Hello?
Hello, everyone.
How are we all doing?
How are we all doing? I love how it's like you can really tell how like time moves because the lighting would like a couple weeks ago would look like this at like 8:40.
Exactly.
But now it's 8:30 and it's looking like
it's
this.
6:30.
You know? So, whatever. Why am I saying 8?
I don't know. I don't know. We've been through a lot.
I'm losing it. We've been through a lot, guys.
We've all.
Yes.
JZJ. Yes, you can talk as early as you want. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're still here. Oh, and your mom's here. Hello.
Hello, mother. Severance is on my nerves, making us wait until January.
I know,
At
it's
the end
crazy.
of the world comes for season 2 and the visuals. I'll be so mad.
It's upsetting.
Hi, Mats. This one is going to feel like a doozy. We're going to keep it positive.
Keep it
today
positive.
here at
Keep
Mats.
it positive. I mean, we'll probably have to say something, but not a lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Something simple.
Yes.
And
straightforward. Something we can all agree with.
Something we can all agree on.
Yes.
Hello. It's been a crazy few weeks.
It really has.
It
Hi,
sure
Jen.
has.
Hi,
I'm
Christian.
exhausted.
Matthew.
Yeah, look how good she looks.
Thank
She's
you.
healed and healthy.
I am healed and
she's
healthy.
A gay wearing the shirts with the holes.
Yes, darling.
So it's
Gotta
like
get those
where
holes
you're
out.
looking, you're like, can I see a nipple? Can I see a
know.
nipple?
You can't really.
And I've not seen a nipple yet.
Yeah, the holes are so small.
I know.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Yazzy's here, Jeanette, Tyler,
hello.
the whole world.
Oh, the whole world
The
is
whole
here
world
with
is
us
here
today.
tonight.
Jake Price. All right. Did I post everything?
I hope you did.
I think I did. I think it all worked. If it didn't, well.
Chris, hi, Jake. Matt P, thanks for recommending The Bear. It was excellent. Watched all 3 seasons. Oh, wow. You've gone through. Good for you.
Did you finish season 3?
No.
Purposely not finish
No,
season 3?
we're going to get to it.
Okay.
But we're watching several shows at the moment. We're
All
watching
right.
6 Feet Under. I watched a movie, you'll be proud, that I know you like. So we're going to talk about it.
A movie you know I like
Yes, a movie I
that
know
you've
you
never
like.
seen before?
That I'd never seen before.
I'm so excited.
I get excited.
Did you like it too?
I did.
Oh my
I
God.
did. It's an odd duck, but I liked the little odd duck.
Is it a recent movie?
It is recent.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Clearly Trump and Biden need to listen to Brad so they can work it out on the remix. Hey, they called.
Oh my God. That'd be
They
kind
talk
of
to each
iconic.
other on the phone.
Someone needs to do like a spoof TikTok video of.
Not us. Not it. No.
Yeah.
We all agree on Butterfly and Daydream. We do, Jeffrey.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
All late. Praying. Yes, we're all praying.
We're praying.
We're praying. Prayers. Great Kesha song.
I hope you're somewhere praying.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah.
Also, some of the opinions on that Katy Perry video, half of them are like, well, I mean, a lot of them are like positive for us. Half of them are like, I cannot believe you would like promote Katy in this way. It's like, did you watch the video?
I know.
And then half of them are like, why don't, if you like Kesha so much, why don't you just like XYZ? Like, I can't believe you like dragged Katy through the mud. It's like, it can't be both.
I know. The only comment I replied to was someone who was just like, I can't believe you, why didn't you react to Kesha? And it's like, well, if you watch the video, we actually explained why we didn't have a reaction video to Kesha.
did.
Thank you so much. And also we talked about on our podcast, clearly you don't listen to the podcast. So, I think it was just so funny how the rate of comments to views was so high. Like,
I mean, those Katy cats are fighting
the
for their
second I
lives.
posted it, it was just comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's an interesting comment section, this video.
Rodrigo, thank you. Sending love from Brazil. Still the #1 podcast in Malaysia. If that's the case, send us some screenshots of that because I would love to know that and see it. And thank you for Malaysian.
Thank you, Malaysia.
We
One
love
time,
Malaysia.
I remember when I was little, I had the waitress at the China buffet.
Yes.
In my town. I mean, there were like a trillion China buffets in my town, but like the one that we went to.
Okay.
Her name was Chewy, and she was from Malaysia.
Oh,
and
cool.
so when I think of Malaysia, I think of Chewy. And so I'm kind of like, wow, it's nice to know that like Chewy, because I know she said she had family there. Maybe her family's listening to Two Gay Mats. I mean, this was also 25 plus years ago, but it's nice thinking that maybe that happens.
Austin, OMG, back to YouTube, die Twitch. Girl, we're just here for the podcast. When it's time to react to Sabrina Carpenter in August, guess where we're going to go? Straight to Twitch.
What is that? August what?
23rd.
Okay, great. I'll be in town.
Oh, great.
Because I was, I'll be in town.
Where are you going to Jersey?
I'm going to Vegas August 20th to 22nd.
Oh, great.
Because my dad's going to be in Vegas, and so I'm visiting.
Oh, that's going to be so much
so
fun.
I'll be back the night of the 22nd to
Oh, great. Yes.
Yeah.
22nd.
I thought it was the 17th. I thought it was August 17th.
No, 22nd.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, 23rd, but 22nd at night.
Yeah. So
you know.
So now I need to know because my dad's like, "Ooh, you should probably fly to Vegas. I don't want you driving through Death Valley." So I know to get a plane ticket to make sure I'm back.
Absolutely. And if you even want to just fly into the Burbank airport, you'd be close to me. You could just drive right here.
That is true.
Yes, it's an idea.
That's an idea.
Not to say where I live. I mean, by the Burbank airport isn't.
I'll say I was looking at ticket prices to Vegas from LAX, not even from Burbank.
Yeah.
$35.
Really?
To fly Alaskan Airlines. Okay. And I'm just like, girl, all right.
All right, Alaska.
I know. So it's probably cheaper flying out of Burbank.
Right.
So. Still, have you seen Maxine yet? Pearl is still superior. I have not. I've not seen Maxine. I also haven't seen X. So, but I did like Pearl a lot. You guys, is this a pre-record live stream? Steele is on Big Brother. They're trying to cover.
Could you imagine?
I fucking wish.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God. I mean, the cast reveal is probably happening tomorrow.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
I love how even the Big Brother people in the competitive reality TV channel are always like, I'm so excited to begin watching the season and be so excited and be steadily let down as
I know. It's just gonna be a colossal disappointment at some point by day 45. But it's already established there are 88 days in the house.
Is that a better number? I feel like there was a year where it was
season was 100.
Oh, that's a lot of days.
Last season was 100.
A lot of days.
And even when it gets into the 90s, it's like, this is far too long.
Right. Glad you got over COVID problem. Well, thank you so much. I actually got over it on the following Tuesday. So the day after the podcast came out, I was testing negative, which is wild because the first time I had COVID, I was positive for 15, 16 days or something crazy. For a while. So glad that didn't happen this way this time.
Have you all watched Long Legs? No, but I hear it's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of talk about it.
I skipped last season.
Let me try something with the visuals.
Okay. I skipped last season, but I'm going to watch this season. Christian, the Big Brother season. Last season started off real good. And then Zombie Week happened which was halfway through the season, and it ended up being a truly dreadful second half of a season, really, really bad. Just because and I blame it all on the competitions. The competitions were just the same thing over and over and over again, so the same person kept winning all of them. Jeff, please, Pearl is that girl, the movie, and the Katy Perry song. Big Brother, yeah. Ooh, I like whatever you did with the coloring here. Look how red my hair
That's
looks.
always your goal. You're like, I want my hair to be as red as possible.
Thank you so much. I have a brand to promote. Hello.
I mean, it's usually like this, but the connection was... Whatever. We're back. Long story short, we're back.
We're fucking back.
We're fucking back.
Just like Broadway, we are.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
Back. Did someone say visuals?
Too soon, Jeffrey. I mean, one day those visuals will come out. I know it. I believe in it.
Yeah.
Nice and warm now. Yes, it's going to be less warm as the sun sets again, but
That's okay.
It's, again, much like every episode of this podcast during the summer, the lighting is going to get better as it goes along.
Yeah. How do you think Katie's song will chart? I think it could maybe go top 20.
I'm seeing some people saying, judging from the numbers so far, it will go top 100, maybe not reach 75.
Okay.
So it'll be low. It'll be low.
I've never had a song in there.
And hey, Through the Rain peaked at 81.
Hey.
And that song's excellent.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of Broadway, I just started watching Carousel on Broadway HD yesterday. Wait, which Carousel's on Broadway HD?
I must say, every time someone says Broadway's back, a part of me dies. So I know y'all love it. You'll love to hear Matt still say it and love to hear me get upset by it. But just know that you're killing me.
Well, sorry, we have to give the people what they want.
I don't know that we do. Not if it's my death. We don't want my
people
death.
People want to watch you die live.
I don't want to. I won't be dying live on this live stream.
Oh God, what would I title the video? What would I title the podcast?
Because
it would have to be. I don't know how to title it. I don't know how to go into your system and.
That's the thing. If ever the podcast just doesn't get uploaded, you'll know that I've died.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there, just don't know how to go into that Pro Tools and get that audio.
Right. No way to know. At least it's better than the last J-Lo attempt. I remember what was the last J-Lo first thing? Oh, it was But what was the single off of that movie? I don't know what the single even was, actually.
Ooh, from 2013 with the Philharmonica. Ooh, so the concert with Kelly O'Hara and Jessie Mueller's incredible Mr. Snow.
I love Jessie Mueller.
Oh, you should see her as Carrie Pipperidge in the 2013 concert version of Carousel. Her Mr. Snow is excellent.
Okay, and I love Sarah Bareilles, but part of me was always like, if we could have gotten a pro shot of Jesse Mueller and Waitress. Would have been nice too.
A pro shot of everyone in Waitress.
Pro shot of everyone in Waitress.
Yeah.
Especially, you know who was great when I looked her up on YouTube?
Yeah.
Fucking Jordan Sparks.
Of course she was.
She used to be mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hers and Shoshana. There's a lot of great She Used to Be Mines.
There's a lot of great She Used to Be Mines. Ben Platt has a She Used to Be Mine.
Oh, as he should.
Yeah. I was actually thinking Katie would go in a more club dance kid vibe, like a mix of Charlie and maybe Kylie.
There was talk of some sort of Kylie reference on the album, but I didn't hear it from the single. Hi, Lovelies. Oh, wasn't J-Lo's latest single Can't Get Enough with Lotto? Yes, that's true. I love Sarah Bareilles.
Wait, Palmer, how did you say her last
Who,
name?
Bareilles? That's right.
Jesse Mueller?
Oh, Jesse Mueller, right? It's
Yeah,
Mueller.
whose last names do we say?
Is it?
You said Shoshana Bean.
Shoshana Bean, Sarah Bareilles, Jesse Mueller. I'm right on all of those. It sounded so eloquent.
Shoshana Bean is one of my favorite voices. Do you guys like the new song My Oh My from Kylie, BB Rex, and
I haven't heard it.
I don't know it.
Woman's World lyrics are very basic. Hear that? The pro shot of Waitress was so good. One of my favorites, along with the falsettos. Oh, the Waitress pro shot is great. Especially, I love that the man. And who am I to say I love the man on that show? But he was a great actor. Like, his singing was good, but the way he would just acted the role, I was like, yes,
but the way
sir.
he acted,
and I'm never again not thinking about men and not thinking about acting.
Yeah,
and he blew me away.
Hey, I mean, you think about acting when it's what's her name, Emma Roberts in Scream 4. One of your favorite. What are your favorite acting performances?
Well, we've said Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts in Scream 4.
Mariah and Precious.
Mariah and Precious.
Yes. Acting performances. Matt Steele and Devos. Everyone come to the watch
so
along.
That's right, everyone.
This Thursday, if you go to, I'll put it up on the YouTube if you're not a patron, but if you go to patreon.com/2gamatch, you can get the link to register so you can watch along with us. There'll be like a live DVD commentary moment. The challenge for Matt Steele will be speaking it all, because I'm positive he's going to sit there like this, looking, and it's like, babe, this is interactive.
Yes.
We got to give people content.
Yes, we will be watching Devos, and I will be giving commentary throughout it.
Will you?
I'll give some. I'll give here and there.
I will give some too. And I don't want to be taking up the slack, dolls. So make sure Matt Steele talks.
Listen to the new Kesha song finally, and that slaps.
Oh, yes. Troy Wright is great. It's grown on me, too. I liked it initially, but I like it even more now.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Freaky Friday not being mentioned is a hate crime.
I've never seen Freaky Friday.
She's
so
Freaky Friday.
I'm sure she's great.
Yeah. I mean, Barbara Harris in Freaky Friday is actually like one of my favorite performances, too. The original?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everyone's always good in a Freaky Friday.
Yes, Freaky Friday.
There's also a Shelley Long and Gabby Hoffman Freaky Friday from like 1995. That was a made-for-TV one.
Is that one good?
Yeah, it's fun.
Great.
Freaky Friday is just a great story all around. It's a good time. I love Kylie, but it's such a shame when a huge artist is trying to repeat previous success by releasing essentially the same song, a.k.a. Padam, except
it's Padam-esque.
Okay.
It's more bland. I mean, it's something people do commonly, especially I can see why you would do it if you're an artist of that age bracket and you just had like a big viral hit.
Sure.
Got to give the girls a little bit of what they want, you know?
Mariah's still giving us ballads with beats.
Which we could retire.
Oh, and I showed my mom the production of Company with Philharmonica of Neil Patrick Harris, trying to get her to watch it. I mean, Christian, you're doing the Lord's work.
I know. You're in your musical era.
I know. Introducing your mom to some musical theater.
And I'm going to be seeing... I think Company's in LA, right? I think it's coming.
Are you seeing it?
Yeah. I'm seeing it in maybe a couple weeks.
Oh my God.
I know, and I'm excited.
Girl, I'm not even seeing it.
You know I love going to the theater.
Wow, yeah, the theater elite. Oh, I love it. When gays get boyfriends, they start seeing shows. They start seeing theater.
He's a big musical theater person, so I also love musical theater, and thus, it only makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on Company.
I'm excited to see it. I liked the cast recording when we listened to it.
That's right.
I did like it.
Yeah. I love Parent Trap more than Freaky Friday. Which Parent Trap? The Haley Mills or the Lindsay? Not Lindsay. Yeah, the Lindsay Lohan one.
Did you guys listen to Mariah's 4th of July on July 4th? No, I was in bed. Sickly.
You can still listen to 4th of July.
I didn't listen to anything. I just, watched a lot of Summer House, a lot of Friends, played some Mario RPG, which, by the way, I just cannot fucking finish Mario RPG. Smithy keeps beating me, and it's really upsetting. The Smithy's like the knife, the guy who made
I was about to say, is that the knife?
He's basically like the guy who makes all the bad things, the weapons, the knives, everything. And I keep getting him down to like the second floor where like you've kind of beaten the first half, but then the second half when his head keeps changing forms, I can't beat. You know?
It sucks
sucks.
when that happens.
I know. We've all been there, I feel like.
I mean, it's been a rough week for you.
Why else?
Because you can't beat it.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the thing.
Oh, no. This is all there is. Bobby, baby, Bobby, Bubby, Bobby.
Yes. Thoughts on Katy snippets teased. I didn't listen to her snippets. And we'll see as we get closer to it, but I don't think we're going to listen to her album. Right?
That's a lot of Dr. Luke.
Dr. Luke and a lot of people. Our whole theme is we want to listen to stuff we're excited about and and I don't know that Katy's in that bucket anymore, unfortunately. We grew up with her. There was a moment in time where she was that girl.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time she'll put out something real exciting. And
Matt Bell's question's amazing. I'm currently watching Summer House from season 1, and wow, do they struggle with casting. I'm telling you, the first 2 seasons are dreadful. But by 3rd season, once they bring in Paige, things start looking up. And it's currently one of, if not the best show on Bravo. I have another show that I'll talk about later that just premiered this week that is fighting for the top spot. But, definitely versus a Vanderpump at the current moment versus most of the Housewives. Summer House is
okay. I'm trying to watch all the theater essentials. I'm going to watch An American in Paris soon, too, on Broadway HD. Oh, Christian's using that Broadway HD account. You are using that up. Good for you. Get your money's worth.
Is it expensive?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have it. The Writings on the Wall album is 25
Is
years
it really? Oh, the twins are tough. Matt, don't worry. The twins get fired after season 2. Do you think Katy will ever have a real comeback?
Anything's possible.
No, and that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. She had a big career.
Yeah. You can't work with Dr. Luke and have the song be that bad. Pick a struggle. Yeah. Are you guys going to do a 1, 4, 3 album reaction?
We were just discussing it's sounding like no. Because it's would that be fun for any of us? I don't think so.
I imagine there'll be a cute one on there. Cute song on there.
I'm sure. I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah. Someone can tell us what it is.
Oh, 7-day free trial with Amazon Prime. Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Get what you can get from that. I took a week off work, which is just long enough to forget. I had a job, and now I'm dreading going back to work tomorrow. Pray for me, everyone. That's always hard.
It is very tough. When you take that time off, and you're like, oh, this is what my life would be like if I didn't have this
Isaac,
job.
what do you do?
I tell the people.
What do you do where you could just take a week off?
I know, right? Katy has had her moment in the sun again, which is nothing to be ashamed of. She had quite the stretch of time where she was the name on everybody's lips. And that's, again, what pop stardom generally is.
Yeah.
Now it's Sabrina and Chappell's turn. Oh,
sure.
It is exciting to have new girls you're excited about.
Yeah. And Olivia's here.
Yes.
Billy's here. We got people.
Normani has an album.
There will
be visuals for that album.
And one day there will be a live performance when she is no longer injured.
Absolutely.
She's going to do it.
She will. I believe in her. Oh, see, the sun already looks better. Look at us. Ever since you mentioned Peacock and the reaction, it's been on repeat. Peacock is great. I've always liked Peacock. Fun. I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, Katy has some fun times.
Absolutely. Yeah. She's a fun girl.
Yes.
Love Hummingbird.
Love
Heartbeat. Great song.
Yeah.
Great song. Good. And I was listening to Prism, and I feel like there are even good album tracks on that. Choose Your Battles, I really like near the end.
Okay.
And Love Me is great. I don't know. I think Prism had some moments. I know you're not a Roar girl.
No, but the Prism does have moments.
Yeah.
I will say.
Did you like Unconditionally?
It was cathartic.
Yes,
unconditional. Uncondition. Yeah, I it's big and bombastic and loud.
Yes.
And I enjoy listening to it. I can't say I'm just like, oh, this is such a brilliant Katy Perry song in the oeuvre of Katy Perry music, but I have nothing bad to say about Unconditional.
Sure.
Except for the weird emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Of course.
But
Oh, Adam Parnell's here. Hi,
Adam Parnell, I saw you. What were you singing on? You were singing something on Twitter, and I liked it a few minutes ago.
Oh, I love that.
I forget what it was already. What was it? I promise it's better than it sounds.
Oh, real estate development and land use consulting in LA is what he does.
Fun.
That's great.
I love being consulted.
Ooh. He's trying.
Land.
Hey, we love real estate. We'd love to have houses.
I would
love when lands are in use.
I don't want to deal with all that myself. I need a husband to do all that.
What do you mean? Have a house?
And when the time comes to get a house, he needs to be the one who knows how to do that.
So like get the house or like do the take care of the house?
Well, both.
Well, babe, what are you gonna do?
I'll vacuum. I'll dust. I'll clean the ceiling fan. You know I clean.
You love cleaning a ceiling fan.
I'm always up on that chair, just like
that's his thing.
Cleaning those baseboards. I will take care of the house when it comes to like actual cleanliness wise. When it comes to like fixing things, no. But
that is gonna be tough when it's like. You know, because being a renter, it's like, oh, we had an issue with the laundry room, which is next door. You can just call up the landlord. Be like, hey, something's up.
Sure.
Come on by.
Yeah.
See you when you get here.
Ooh, when I hear my friends talk about, they're just like, we had a leak.
And I'm like, what am I
I'm
going to
just
do?
like, oh, God, you had to deal with that yourself?
I know. And it's like, again, you could call somebody.
I'm calling Isaac.
Yes.
Consult.
Oh, yes, exactly. I'm ready to hire you to consult.
Isaac, consult me on how to fix this leak. Even though I don't know if that's what you do.
I don't think it is. A dream scenario would be big artists releasing anniversary editions of albums with previous album tracks becoming singles. I can dream. I mean, the closest you're getting to that is Mariah. Mariah is very good with her catalog maintenance. I absolutely adore how Mariah is releasing and giving life to her previous albums through anniversary editions. Yes, that's great. But I mean, and I love that. I don't want to sound like a squeaky wheel kind of lamb.
Sure.
I am ready for new music.
New music. I mean, it's been 6 years.
It's been 6 years. This is the longest time in between Mariah albums ever.
Yeah.
And so I would love an album. Therefore, I would love an album. And the thing is, Mariah, you know, I haven't heard the Kylie song, but the Kylie issue that you're describing, while Mariah does love her ballad with the beats, Mariah also like caution proof to us that she still is capable of making forward-thinking, incredible, you know, R&B and pop music at this stage of her career when a lot of people would be resting on their laurels. And I feel like when you're a songwriter, that's what happens.
Yeah. So. Are you guys a fan of All Saints? Never, ever, ever, ever felt so low. That's all I know.
I mean,
I remember that song.
I put All Saints and S Club in the same bucket. So
they were slightly different eras. They were like probably like 2-ish years apart.
Okay.
S Club is very happy. All Saints tried to be a little cool.
Yeah, they had some edge to them.
And they were all girls. It wasn't like guys and girls. Which I always thought it was weird when guys and girls were in groups together.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, I'm all about, you know, commingling of the sexes, but
I have always said that about you. Met Seal is all about
commingling of the sexes. Yeah. But I guess it works for ABBA and the Mamas and the Papas and everything. But it's like in like 90s groups. I remember seeing S Club and being like, so there's 7 of them and they're all just guys and girls. I don't know why it was so mind-blowing.
I think it's odd myself. Like, sure. I like Portrait, Jeff says. I think he means the Portrait 16-minute dance mix. What was it? The same Hopeful Child remix that she did for Audible. And yes, that remix is unbelievable. Who would you like to see Mariah collab with? I mean, I've been squawking on about a Bruno Mars collaboration for years.
I want Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson would be amazing, and Kelly would be so happy.
Sure.
And there's a rumor that Mariah is working with Anderson .Paak, and he's producing some songs for her, and so I would love that.
Okay. So if she's in with Anderson .Paak, is she not in with Bruno? Because
you know how I feel.
She's picking a side.
The thing is, this literally has no basis, but they're feuding. I just know it. I know Bruno and Anderson are feuding, and we all need to talk about it.
Okay.
They don't post each other ever. And it's like, y'all were in a group or are in a group. And then Bruno's like, I don't want to be nominated for this album. If you're Anderson .Paak, are you not like, what the fuck? Yeah. I could have won an Album of the Year Grammy, and you just don't feel like
after
doing
they won like Song of the Year and Record of the
yes,
Year.
Yes.
Yeah. They had a whole shtick at the Grammys.
Ryan Murphy feud.
Anderson .Paak.
Yes.
Also, feud we could be included. The B plot feud would be the people in the comments section angry at us for talking over the brilliant lyrics that are apparently in the second verse of that song.
It's like they're funny.
Oh, everyone in that fucking comment section of that video, they're just like,
they'll get over it.
You don't shut up.
They'll get over it. I think you might have already done a video for this, but a Dream Era video where you guys recreate album eras that could have been better. We actually recorded a video in that.
That's coming at you Friday.
Yes, keep an eye out on your your YouTube.
July 19th.
Yes, July 19th. You'll see a video about that. Have you started editing that?
No, God, no. God, no. We're taking our time.
Just wondering.
We're taking our time. I didn't either, but that's the power of streaming and having everything at your fingertips.
What? Oh, didn't grow up with Mariah's 90s music, so the anniversary editions were a much welcome deep dive. I've discovered so much, Matt. I am proud. I am proud. Anyone who it's never too late to discover Mariah Carey's music.
Hello, Montana.
Hey, Montana.
Montana. I feel like a beauty pageant
host
where he's introducing like Miss Montana. Montana. She comes walking out in a swimsuit.
Hey, it'd be amazing. Especially she would design it. There'd be
oh my God.
Fucking rhinestones all over
it. Oh my God.
It.
Montana as Miss Montana in the Miss American pageant.
But she's not from Montana.
She's not from,
the only thing.
She's not even from America.
That's true. Not even.
Would she qualify for the Miss America pageant?
I'd vote for her.
I mean, we have
to.
Do you
vote on Miss America?
I mean, like there are judges. You have to go to the state competition. I think you have to go to your regional competition in the state, and then you go to the state competition, and whoever wins the state competition for Miss Montana then goes to Miss America.
But like, does the audience ever vote, or is it just the judges?
No. Oh, okay. Just the judges.
Okay, just wondering.
Oh my God, if Miss America, that organization allowed like an audience vote, that would be insane.
I don't know what happens at these pageants. I'm not a pageant girl.
Miss America's serious. I'm from Jersey. We take Miss America very seriously. Because I remember when it moved from Atlantic City to Las Vegas. The state of New Jersey almost seceded from the government. Like,
I don't know why.
We were pissed.
Why would that be such a big deal?
Because it's such an Atlantic City, New Jersey staple, Miss America, And then it moved to Vegas for a few years, and then it moved back to New Jersey. And we were like, thank you. We'll take this.
Did Heidi Montag perform at Miss America, or was that Miss USA? Because that's what I remember. She did body language, and it was a very like Britney inspired performance.
That's a Miss USA aesthetic. That's a Miss.
I'm gonna look it
Miss America is the scholarship program.
Oh my God! You don't think Heidi Montag could get some scholarships?
Miss USA is labeled the beauty pageant.
Oh, it's Miss Universe.
Oh, Miss Universe. Okay, whoever wins Miss USA goes on to Miss Universe.
Oh, great.
Because Miss USA is. That's where that pipeline goes through. Miss America, in that pipeline, the top you can go is Miss America.
And Kenya Moore from Housewives of Atlanta, who just got fired for alleged revenge porn, former Miss USA.
A former winner of Miss USA?
Yes, she won Miss USA.
What year?
93 or something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
That's awesome. What state? I love knowing what state.
Girl,
I guess Georgia.
I don't think so. I think she moved to Georgia.
Oh.
No, I think she won in like Michigan.
Oh, wow. I remember Miss America 1998, Kate Shindle, who is now president of Actors Equity.
Okay.
She, I don't know if she still is, but whatever. She was from New Jersey, but she competed in Miss Illinois.
Oh.
And so, and she ended up winning Miss America, but as Miss Illinois, because I think she went to college in Illinois. Oh. But all of us in New Jersey were just like, we claim her. She's really Miss New Jersey.
Hey, at 22, Moore won Miss Michigan USA in 1983 and then became the second black woman to win Miss USA.
Cool.
She then represented the United States at Miss Universe in 1993 and reached top 6.
Cool.
Yes.
No, this just became a beauty pageant.
I know. Who knew? Who knew that this
We are ignoring everything everybody is saying in this chat.
We're not ignoring. What are people saying? Someone from Katy Shindle from Legally Blonde won Miss America. Love that. The Legally Blonde musical. People need to work with Miss Congeniality. Work on a Miss Congeniality musical as soon as possible. Oh, cute. By the way, Matt, are there any Australian artists that you like besides Kylie or Iggy?
Nicole Kidman.
Kylie was going to be my vote, so not Iggy. Not that I mean, I hope she's well, but I don't like her.
She put out a song recently that you were just like, this is fun. I want to say she
did. Then I've forgotten
this is
it.
great.
Sometimes she does put out fun shit.
Sure.
But
we love fun shit.
Yes. I'll be Miss Australia called Montana and just confuse everybody. Love it.
Fuck yeah.
Sarah Larson for Legally Blonde Live. I will stand on this. Hey, if they do do they still do the live musicals ever? No. Are those rap?
I want to say they do them as like little concert snippets.
Yeah.
Kind of now, as opposed to like doing full productions.
Right.
I feel like the last like full production of a live was maybe Annie.
Was that post The Wiz?
Oh yeah, that was long after The Wiz. The Wiz was 2015.
Okay.
And Annie live, I think it was like 2021 or 2022.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah.
Did we talk about it? No.
I mean, that's how, like as they go on now, it's kind of just like, oh, they're not like the events that they once were. Because I remember, I will never forget.
I mean,
that Sound of Music Live being on Twitter and people on the East Coast were watching it, just being like, what is going on?
Yeah, there were a lot of feelings.
Like, it was more entertaining to watch the Twitter.
I feel like often it is.
Like, because it was just so, because also Twitter was so new.
Yeah.
So people were like commenting on it. And the fact that people were commenting on something happening on live TV in real time was like so exciting.
And it was about a musical.
It was about a musical.
Yes.
Like it was wild. And people were vicious. Jesus.
Because you were never as mad at Carrie Underwood
No,
as some of the
it
people
was a
online
perfectly
were.
lovely
Okay.
thing to put on TV. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I could like offer critiques, but it's kind of just like, guys, no one died here. Like, but at the time, because it was this new thing,
Right.
You know.
Oh, Matt Bell really needs to become a patron. We agree. So I could recommend a deep dive into Australian artists Ricky Lee and Jessica Malboy. Oof. We have a lot of Jessica Malboy content somewhere. And also, you can't request long form content anymore. But if you have a song you'd like us to react to, we'll do that. Thank you so much.
Brooke Shields is the new president of Actors Equity, no longer Kate Schindel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you for your work, Kate. Did we like her?
Well, yeah, we like Kate.
Great.
Kate's cool. She's Miss America and from New Jersey.
Remember when Bye Bye Birdie Live with J-Lo was going to be a thing?
Sure
and
do.
She was doing a rewrite?
Now, doing that full rewrite, now that is something that offended me. Rewriting the entire story
Right.
of Bye Bye Birdie.
Right.
That I was not happy about. But it didn't happen. So great.
Jeff, it's only long form requests. And they're paused. Is it temporary? Who knows? Oh, God.
Temporarily.
But Matt, you should become a patron. There's a lot of good shit over there.
Yeah.
And you can watch Matt Steele's movie with us live Thursday
Come to
night.
the Devos party. Because the thing is, if you're not a patron, you can still come to the Devos watch party.
Yes, but you just
it
have-
would just
it's
be $5.
It's $5 a ticket in
So
advance.
you might as well just become a patron and see all the extra stuff.
Right. Oh, I should have put the link in the comments of this video. I'll do it
Well,
after we do it.
Fuck you.
Well,
I guess you can't do anything. Right.
look, I
listen,
did a lot.
listen, guys. Matt Palmer is doing everything. Everything you see before you is Matt Palmer's doing because he's the one that knows how to do this shit. I show up. I do the driving.
Hey, you do the driving.
And I edit the YouTube videos,
Yes,
which
you do.
like it's rare we make those anymore.
Not rare. We make them. I just have been sick.
You've been sick.
I've
yeah.
been sick.
Yes.
We have one coming this week.
Yeah.
I've watched Devos. Yes, Matt Bell.
Thank you, Matt Bell.
Yes, but if you want to watch it with Matt Steele's commentary, which will be happening, and he
will be
won't just be
happening.
staring at the screen.
Yes. So if you guys want to watch it beforehand and then watch it with us, then you won't miss anything
That's true.
with me talking over the commentary. Have you guys looked into the play Oh Mary, one of the funniest pieces of entertainment I've ever seen? I hear it's fucking incredible. So I met a guy this week who is like, oh, I'm an investor in Oh Mary. And I'm like, oh, good job. Congratulations.
Did you meet him on like a dating app?
No,
I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no.
say, I was like, he's got money.
No, I met him at a party.
Okay.
I can meet guys with money on dating apps.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, keep dating him.
No, I'm not dating him. He has a husband.
Oh, well.
I met him and his husband.
I met him.
at a get together.
Got it. Thank you, Tech Wizard Matt P. Hey, you created the social media posts. Who created the social media posts?
Oh, the post before the podcasts.
That's true.
Me.
Yes, that is Matt Steele.
That takes about a minute. But
No, we were talking about the TikTok.
oh, the TikToks, the Instagrams, all
I mean,
that
those
shit.
are all the same thing. It's just one thing I'm doing.
That
But
I made one TikTok
you did.
and one YouTube short.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the bad idea, right?
Yes.
And I was just like, this fucking sucks.
It's just
Not
like
the song, the making of the
it's just
vertical.
like
It's-
this takes longer than I want it to.
Oh, it sure
like
does.
it just is more
Yeah.
work than I want it to do. Watch you all get a copyright strike for reacting to Devos because Steele didn't talk about. Well, we won't because we're going to be on Crowdcast.
Yeah,
And that
Crowdcast,
is-
you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. So
Not us promoting Crowdcast.
I know, right? They should be paying us.
be
'cause
paying
they're
us.
Expensive. Let me tell you.
should
That's
be.
why it's good that we're using it.
Yes.
Right.
That is true. Yeah.
Not Maxine Waters' impression during Devos. He'll actually be commenting. Oh, is that? Oh no, Matt. Oh, that's when you are messing with your hair.
Oh, yeah.
No, the thing
Oh,
is,
my God.
he won't be looking at his hair, but he'll be looking at that movie every frame and be like, "I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that." And your comments can't all be, "I didn't like that."
I love it all, guys.
Yes, you
I
love it.
all.
It's a
But,
great film.
When you make something,
Which I get.
you're always gonna self-critique and be
Yes.
like, "Oh, I wish maybe this was a little. I wish I
Yes.
could have tweaked this. I wish." Da, 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 da.
Yes. We all just need to be waiting for A, my cameo appearance.
Yes.
And B, for Up to Par.
For Up to Par
When
at
it
the
pops
Sin, which we will have no commentary for that part, so we can hear the music.
Hey, I could sing along. I'll do the whisper version. Yeah, we need an acoustic version. I'll premiere a piano only version.
Piano ballad version.
We got this one,
my first lady.
That's what the people need.
Do you guys like M. Night Shyamalan movies? Yeah,
I liked
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense is fucking iconic. And I fucking love The Village. Fuck y'all.
No, fuck The Village.
Village is fucking fun.
I was in theaters for The Village and was like, bitch, are you fucking kidding?
I think the way The Village is shot is so gorgeous. I mean, it's Roger Deakins as the cinematographer. And at that point, like, M. Night Shyamalan was able to get money attached to his movies because he was so big. And the score of The Village, the performance of The Village, everything about The Village, I was like into.
So am you, Jeff. Oh, you still make music? Girl, were we not just discussing all the tech shit I do for this podcast? The Village sucks.
Wow.
Village
Yes,
eats.
Jeff loves The Village.
Village eats.
Village eats. Ooh, that moment where that monster thing is like about to like grab Joaquin Phoenix or about to grab Bryce Dallas Howard, and then Joaquin and Phoenix grabs her hand and then slow motion running down the stairs. Fuck yes, that is direction. M. Night Shyamalan.
I've forgotten it. I've blocked it out.
Stunning with that music. And Joaquin Phoenix is so hot.
Oh,
in that movie.
This feels like it's neither here nor
Joaquin
there.
Phoenix is very hot in The Village.
I don't know that I would agree with that. Do I think of him as hot?
Joaquin Phoenix, like, always did it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to look up Joaquin Phoenix.
Especially Joaquin Phoenix, 2004, prime time. That little, like, crew cut he had.
I mean, he looks cute. He kind of looks like a...
Oh. I think he looks great.
I think he kind of looks like he'd be like in a parish or something.
A parish?
Yeah, like he looks like he'd be like a male nun, like a priest, but like a what are they called?
Like a cult?
Not a cult. It's religious. It's like a monk. He's very monk-esque.
Well, I mean, yeah, the outfit does it. I mean, they're in a village that's like cut off from, time and space.
Well, kind of. Whatever. It's. I'm glad you liked it. I remember being in that theater, but even as whatever I was, 17 or whatever, I was being like, "What the fuck is this? This twist is ridiculous. How dare you waste?" It was all a dream to me.
No, it's not. It's all a dream.
Isaac says Shyamalan movies always give me "it was all a dream" vibes. Absolutely, I agree.
No,
free the mad tats. That's funny. Okay, should we record this podcast?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
Okay, guys.
Hi.
Oh, do we post the retraction here?
Retraction of what?
The retraction for Afrin.
Oh, well, this is a Matt Steele retraction. I don't have to retract
guys,
shit.
I'm just gonna, so we don't get sued by Afrin.
I don't foresee that,
For giving false information. Last week on the podcast, we gave false information. I gave false information about Afrin because Matt Palmer talked about his Afrin addiction.
Not addiction. I'm not using it now.
And so I said, I just recently looked at my Afrin box, and it said on the box, not recommended by doctors and blah, 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 blah. And I thought it was very funny. But then after the podcast, I went back and looked at the box, and the metal strip, that sticker that's on some sort of medicine type thing.
Yes.
I was like, it was covering the knot, but it looked, you saw the picture.
It did look like knot.
It was covering what I thought was knot. And then I was like, wait, let me look at this more. I lifted it up and it said #1 recommended by doctors. So I was so actively wrong. It is recommended by doctors, but just recommended that you don't use it as much as Matt Palmer does.
I'm not using it now. I am not sick, and thus I am not using it. All is well as far as me and my Afrin usage.
But I know you're sitting here just being like, God, I wish I was taking a hit. I was taking a hit right now.
I'm not. I'm very over Afrin. I'm into being well. I'm in my wellness era.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time, bitch, because I'm going to bed. Okay. Let me do an ad.
Yeah.
Some of y'all seeing that, some of y'all won't. I do love that retraction because it seems very opposite, the knot versus the #1.
I know, because the sticker was the one on the #1 had a little notch on it, and so it was covering just half of it, and so it looked like a T.
Right. But that's how it is sometimes. Oh, look, we're getting an ad. Oh, is this political?
No. Oh God, no.
Who is we? Oh gee, if this is a Republican.
No. Oh God. Oh no.
Energy independence. Okay.
California.
How can we control the ads that get shown here?
I don't know.
This is about water. Okay, water's fine.
love water.
Even though Matt Steele's kind of anti-water, but whatever.
I'm not anti-water.
You're like, your whole thing is I think we're all too into water.
Oh, when people like treat water like it's this like hardcore thing you have to think about 24/7, it's like you don't. Just like drink when you're thirsty. Drink enough. Just like drink with every meal.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You start.
Okay.
You start, please.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Two Gay Mats podcast. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And it's another week. And, okay, should we just get this out of the way up
Oh,
top?
Jesus, God, we're not even going to talk about what we did this week?
We're going to talk about what we did, but I just want to say quickly, because we're going to talk about this quickly. This is not, a political podcast.
No.
We are not, John Lovett or Brian Derrick or any of the political commentators out there with podcasts. We're just going to say what the Democrats said. Political violence is bad. We don't support political violence. Not a good thing. Very much we're in the no camp.
Yes.
That said, Donald Trump is a threat to our democracy. That is not hyperbole. We're not overstating that. And when it comes time to vote in November, I'm excited to vote for the Democratic candidate, who at this point is Joe Biden. And we should all be focused on the policies and what that person would do as far as the Supreme Court is concerned.
And so much more.
And so much fucking more.
Yes.
So, a lot's going on in the world. We don't support violence.
Never. You vote.
You vote.
That is how we get things accomplished in this country. You vote.
And I can't wait to vote for Joe Biden.
Yes.
Or whomever it will be.
It's going to be Jesus fucking Christ.
just saying.
It is going to be
I'm just saying.
Joe Biden 100%.
Okay, I just am saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Matt Steele.
Yes.
How was your week?
My week was very good.
Yes.
Got a lot done. I told y'all I was like practicing a tap dance for an audition.
Oh, yes, how'd that go?
And so it was good. I like on Monday, I rented a studio. I felt very musical theater-y. So I like rented a studio for an hour so I could tap dance for that hour. Literally for an hour straight, just like tap dancing like ferociously. So I could like get it right fucking once.
Yes.
And I did get it right a couple times. I watch things over and I do have notes, but still, like, there's only so much I can do in an hour, especially when I'm not a fucking professional tap dancer.
Sure.
But yeah, so I rented that studio and I sweated my ass off. And the people who had the studio after me probably heard me, because by the end I was literally just like saying every curse word under the book. I was just like, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. One more fucking time. One more fucking time. It doesn't fucking matter. Just do it. Like, that's what I do when I get like frustrated and exhausted.
Yes.
And so I did that and it was very fun. On Friday, I went to a party because a good friend Derek of mine, he just booked a recurring guest star role on the soap opera Days of Our Lives.
Oh, congratulations,
which you can watch on Peacock. He booked it's his first recurring guest star role. So he had like a little get together with his friends and everything to all gather around and watch his first couple scenes. And it was really exciting. It was really fun. I was very happy for him and met a lot of cool people. And so yeah, it was a nice week. I have to say it felt very productive.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you do?
Well, okay, some people may or may not know, I have one way or another started a new job recently, and I was 2 weeks into it, and one of the big perks of my new job is, and this is going to sound braggy, but it's not really, because it is hard. What I'm doing right now, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot. But a perk of the job is that every 2 weeks, we get a Friday off. And so this past Friday was my first Friday off that's like built into my schedule. So I've worked at this job for 2 weeks, and both weeks I've worked 4-day weeks because of 4th of July and then my Friday off. And so during my Friday off, I like had a nice day of like imagining what my life would be like if 2 Gay Mats was the only job. I went to the gym, I went on a walk, I got some coffee, I made a TikTok of our Katy Perry shit.
I was thinking you were just like, what did I do? I imagined what it would be like. And so I was picturing you just sitting in your apartment all day, just imagining, not actually like doing things.
No, I wanted to do stuff.
Okay.
And so, so I did all of that. And then and the afternoon I had some free time. And so I was playing a lot of Mario RPG. I have gotten to the final battle versus me and Smithy. I keep dying, but I keep getting very close to beating him,
Sure.
Smithy. And so I'm getting really close there. So I'll keep you updated every week. Do you think I'm going to beat Smithy by next week is the question.
By next week?
Next week.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm choosing to be optimistic in 2024.
That's a beautiful thing.
I know, and I am beautiful as well.
Yes, no matter what they say.
No matter what they say.
Lyric, not me shading Matt
And
Steele.
you know who you all are.
You all know.
And all of y'all talking shit about my looks.
No one has talked shit about your looks.
Oh, someone's in that chat thinking it. They're thinking it.
You look lovely. But okay, also after that, I had our friends Joe and Tim over, and we also played some video games, chatted, because we used to have a patio outside and like a little table, and it's summertime at night, and so it was very much like, okay, great. Now it's summer and it's warm enough for us to be outside at night with the lights, and so we had some sandwiches from a place very close to us called Giamella's, enjoyed that. And then Saturday we are going to some weddings, Matt Steele and Jackson and myself, and one of them, the request is that you don't wear a suit, but you wear something colorful, and it's a gay wedding. They want you wearing color, and so we went out, Jackson and I, for that afternoon, and like went kind of clothes shopping, and this is a new thing I've bought. So if you see me wearing exactly this at someone's wedding,
it's that casual.
It's very casual.
Oh, really. I totally didn't know this because I was about to ask him like, what's the dress code going to be like? And I had asked you like, do you know what the dress code is? And all you said was color, and so I was just like, okay, I have to wear something dressy and colorful.
Not dressy and color.
Thank you, fucking God. If there's one thing about me is I fucking despise dressing up. If you ever see a picture of me wearing a layer of some sort and that layer includes a button up, I'm pissed.
Well,
furious.
You won't have to do that at this wedding.
Oh my God, what do I wear to this wedding?
A lot to think about.
Oh my God.
So yes, we went and got some of that, and then we made dinner here, and then I watched an episode of 6 Feet Under, and then also a film that I will discuss with you later on. And then today we went over to Jackson's parents' house and hung out in the pool for a bit. Then I came back here, took a shower, cut my hair, and got on to the podcast to talk to all of you.
Oh my God, and that's the life of an influencer.
I mean, the influencer life ends tomorrow when I'm back at work. And my first call's at 8 a.m. I hate a morning call.
Oh no, after having a Friday. Oh.
I know, but like usually my days start at 9. It's hard being me is the point.
Yeah, devastating.
Are you ready to jump into the news for idiots?
Sure, let's go.
So did you hear, supposedly, according to a place called Puck News, so I wasn't officially going to talk about this, but then I think Entertainment Weekly, or maybe Entertainment Tonight, it's one of those entertainment websites that feels more reputable, no shade to Puck, posted about this as well. Apparently, the Devil Wears Prada sequel is in the works with Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt returning. The supposed storyline that's being discussed, it focuses on Miranda Priestley, Streep's Wintour-esque protagonist, at the end of her career facing the decline of traditional magazine publishing. She's forced to go head-to-head with her former assistant, Blunt's Emily Charlton, now a high-powered executive at Kering, or a luxury group whose advertising dollars Priestley desperately needs. No word on if Anne Hathaway, who said a few months ago that a sequel wouldn't work, is returning. That's funny.
I didn't know this.
I would imagine Anne Hathaway would return.
Oh,
this,
sure.
Right?
Come on, Anne.
Because they're going to get the money right for her. And it'll be fun, if nothing else, to just hang out with Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep and
a blast.
Your former colleagues on this set that I hope, seems like hopefully it was as formative for them as it was for us who've seen it.
Oh, I will never forget.
Yes.
When I sat down, I saw Devil Wears Prada. It was after my friend Joanna's graduation party.
Okay.
Graduating from a nursery school.
I don't know that that's right.
But so I went and I saw it with all my friends, and I just remember thinking like, oh, this might be good. I don't know. I didn't really care. I wasn't like too excited to see it. I was just excited to hang out with my friends.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and the movie is over, and I like turned to all my friends, and I was just like, that movie was incredible. And they were just like, yeah, it was good. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, guys, you don't understand how well done that movie was. And they're like, yeah, it was good. Anyway. And I was like, no, wait. And that's like where I think where I realized like, oh, I really appreciate just like a simple like comedy like that is broadly loved by, that's able to be broadly loved by people, like that when it's well written and well performed and just simply well done. And I remember talking to like one of my friends and who I didn't go with, another person, and just saying like, The Devil Wears Prada was incredible. And she was just like, oh yeah, it was really good. And I was like, no. Like it could, like if it was nominated for Best Picture, I wouldn't be sad about that. And she was just like, oh, come on. No one's going to remember it like after this year or whatever. And what is the movie from 2006 that is the most talked about in pop culture? Devil Wears Prada.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is. So it's just like, hey, Matt Steele has an eye. Thank you.
And Meryl Streep was nominated for an Academy Award, wasn't she?
Yeah. So and it got nominated for Best Costumes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there are some sort of movie experiences like that just stick with you. It was like when I fucking saw Mean Girls on my birthday. And I was just like, this is special.
Yes, I will never forget seeing Mean Girls, going and just being like, this movie's going to be whatever. I have no interest in seeing this. Right. I'm just going because my friends are going. And then in the middle of it, I was just like, this is a size, like an earth-shatteringly, like there is a seismic shift in pop culture happening right now. This is amazing.
It's nice when you feel it about pop culture things where you're like, oh, this is everything's changing before my eyes.
Yes.
And that's why it's exciting when I'm going to make a leap. But when Chapel Roan is fucking blowing up, it's like, yes, I have been, the Discord yelled at us about not listening to her. And then we listened and then we were on fucking board.
Yeah.
And now she's fucking everywhere. So it's just exciting. We should all enjoy the pop culture moments that like things really change before our eyes because they don't happen very often. So we got to live in the moment.
I know.
When those things happen.
Especially like in a time where there is such little ubiquity in pop culture, where it's so rare that everyone is talking about one thing.
It's true.
So I hope this sequel is very good.
Absolutely. I hope so too.
I'm excited to see it.
I hope it really happens. I haven't seen them on set like we saw the Freaky Friday Part 2, but I believe it's going to happen. And something that apparently is also happening as far as a new production that I didn't see really coming together is Euphoria Season 3 has set a production start date of January 2025, and HBO says that all of its principal cast, including Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, Jacob Elordi, and Hunter Schafer, is set to return, which those contracts must have been ironclad because all of those people are like pretty fucking big and busy doing other shit at the moment. Yeah. So the fact that they're really coming back to Euphoria, I'm like, this must be the final season. We've got to be jumping forward in time because y'all were barely believable as high schoolers the last time we checked in with you. Like, you cannot be in a high school. And B, I assume this is the last season of this show.
Listen, you will all see when you all come to the Devos watch party on Thursday, July 18th.
6:30 p.m. Pacific.
You will learn through watching that you can play a high schooler whenever you want, darling, no matter the age.
It's true. So if you're listening to this, make sure to go to the info section of this podcast. You'll get a link, crowdcast.io/c/Devos Watch Party, I believe is the URL. And if you are a patron, you can go and you'll be able to get a promo code that's on our Patreon right now that you can get tickets to see this with us for free. But if you're not a patron, that's okay. Just pay $5 and basically have a live DVD commentary of us watching Matt Steele's 2020 debut film Devos. The watch party has been long rumored, much like the Euphoria Season 3.
Very, very much so.
And it's really fucking happening this week.
I was planning that the whole time. It was like I was gonna show that we were doing a Devos watch party in tandem with the reveal that there was Euphoria Season 3
right,
happening.
Both similar high schools, the Euphoria High and the Devos High.
Similar drama.
A lot of similar drama there. So get ready for that. It's actually happening. Unfortunately, something that is not happening is Lena Dunham's Polly Pocket movie. She will no longer direct the Polly Pocket movie she was developing for 3 years. She says, quote, I think Greta Gerwig managed this incredible feat with Barbie, which was to make this thing that was literally candy to so many different kinds of people and was perfectly and divinely Greta. And I felt like unless I can do it that way, I'm not going to do it. I don't think I have that in me. I feel like the next movie I make needs to feel like a movie that I absolutely have to make. No one but me could make it. And I think other people could make Polly Pocket. So.
Okay. I love that you're being honest with yourself. You're like, you know what? I don't think I have this in me, at least right now.
Right.
So I'm going to focus on something that I can be like really passionate about and feel like could be like really like show my voice as an artist.
Absolutely. And it's like you don't want to, even if you're getting paid a bunch of money, put so much time, especially like the creation of a movie, I can imagine is so much time and attention and effort. If you're not like 100% in love with it and being like, oh, this is only my vision and I'm the only one who could see this through, like why spend so much time on something that you are not 100% about?
Especially when going into it, like you are already going to be compared to the Barbie movie.
I know,
like,
right?
You're gonna go. It could be like a masterpiece, but people will still be like, "Oh, well, they're just copying the Barbie movie."
Right.
So it's going in. It's an uphill battle, I will say. And so if it wasn't working out in the way they wanted to, I would say, it was pragmatic to take a step back.
And there's going to be a new TV show, I think, from Lena Dunham starring Meg Stalter from Hacks, who's such a fucking superstar. So, she's got her hands full. Everybody's going to be okay.
Everyone's making money. don't worry. Lena Dunham will be able to eat dinner.
I don't know that anyone was worried about that.
She will be able to foot the bill, maybe buy her friend dinner as well at a nice little restaurant.
I'm pretty sure she was rich even pre-Girls.
That is true.
I think she was going to be okay either way it goes.
Lena Dunham will be okay, guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry about Lena Dunham. But another update in the Nepo baby category.
Yes. We have this transition. Great.
I'm just thinking we should discuss all the Nepo babies. And Jack Quaid gets moved into the good pile. As much as we were talking shit about, not talking shit, but like discussing Emma Roberts' answering this question in a very weird way in which no one can just accept and say, I am a Nepo baby. I don't believe I'm untalented, but I got initial first steps thanks to my last name. Jack Quaid gets it. I'm inclined to agree. I am an immensely privileged person, was able to get representation pretty early on, and that's more than half the battle. It's like you listened to the podcast, honestly, because this is what you said. I knew the door was open for me in a lot of ways that it's just not for a lot of actors, and I've just tried to work as hard as I possibly can to prove that I deserve to walk through that door. So if that's in a rom-com space, it's got to be different enough, and I need to work my ass off.
Hey,
that's all we're asking.
And you know what? That's just like, as long as you work hard, then
and that you can admit, like that first part, which is half the fucking battle, I had help with.
I had help.
And it doesn't like discredit him. It doesn't make him seem like unworthy. It's just like we're all living in the same reality.
Most really, really successful people had some sort of leg up, even if it's just something like, oh, my mom, or like my parents, my dad had like an amazing job where my mom was able to not have to work, and she was able to take me on auditions as a child, which helped me develop my career earlier than I would if I started as an adult. Stuff like that. Like, there are different legs up that some people have, and it's okay. Like, as long as you're working hard, you're focused on yourself and your craft, like, then it's nice.
It goes beyond acting. Like, how many fucking offices and businesses are people hiring their first cousin, their fucking third born who doesn't know what they want to do? How many legacies get into these universities?
Just like colleges in general, like, guys.
It's all like, but again, we all just need to know that this is reality, and like, let's not kid ourselves into thinking like nothing's been handed to me. It's like, well, bitch, yes, it has, and that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Severance season 2. Speaking of things happening in January, apparently this season 2 of Severance is debuting January 2025, which is a little later than I was hoping.
Season 2? I feel like the show's been on for 12,000 years.
It's been on for a while, but then of course it was COVID. It was the SAG strike.
The first season was pre-COVID?
I think so.
Holy
I need
shit.
to look up the year. I definitely I saw it while later on into its run over Christmas holiday. I want to say in 2021, but it's like the SAG strike, the writer's strike, and they had some sort of like internal beefing on the set of the show or like in the creation of season 2. So it's taken them a long fucking time. But in Severance, Mark Scout, played by Adam Scott, leads a team at Lumen Industries whose employees have undergone a severance procedure which surgically divides their memories between their work and personal lives. In season 2, Mark and his friends learn the dire consequences of trifling with the severance barrier, leading them further down a path of woe.
I love the word trifling.
I know.
And then adding the word woe.
Exactly. It's like, we're going to be dramatic.
They're saying season 1 started February of 2022.
And so 3 years in between. And okay, I'm always on here on my soapbox about how TV seasons need to be longer. But like, really, if you're not going to have seasons of shows, it's like there's 2-3 year breaks between seasons of shows, and we're getting 8 to 10 episodes.
Well, the thing is now with TV shows is they're so much more expensive now to produce.
But do they have to be?
So much. They don't. And that is what we are seeing.
Right.
So there's so much money that goes into the making of these shows now that like it's a lot more to navigate and juggle. Like things like contracts or schedules or stuff like that. And so that is why I imagine that's a big reason why things take a little longer on the TV side of things now.
That's fair, and I'm excited for January 17th, 2025 when it debuts on Apple TV Plus, but I just wish it was happening a little sooner. I have dreams. You know who else had a dream?
Who?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, I was about to be like, if this is a transition to a story about Martin, I was like, you are on it with the transitions
but
today.
like, what new story about Martin Luther King Jr.?
I don't know. That's why I was about to be like, no fucking way.
She just announced her track list. It's 12 tracks, no features.
And she always dreamed of having 12 tracks and no features, guys.
I wonder if she's had 12 tracks.
This dream is like her come true.
7th album, so I don't know how many tracks she had on the other ones. But I imagine the songs are going to be pretty short, because 12 is, like, in this day and age, not the shortest track list I've ever seen.
Sure.
So to earn its title of short and sweet, I assume the songs are not going to be dreadfully long, which, I would love a 4-minuter. If there's one over 4 minutes, I would be very happy.
Did she reveal an album cover? Or is the album cover?
It's that.
It's the lips on the shoulder. That's a beautiful picture.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
I didn't know if that was the Please, Please, Please single cover.
No, that is the album cover. And I'm excited for August 23rd when it's released.
Great.
Right?
Be here at 2gameats.twitch.tv.
Yes, exactly. Also, speaking of Sabrina Carpenter, apparently her aunt is Nancy Cartwright, who is the voice of Bart Simpson. Did you know that?
Speaking of Nepo babies, guys. Speaking of Nepo fucking babies.
But also in bad news about that, apparently Nancy is a Scientologist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's too bad.
Oh, I love her.
I love her too.
I hope she's doing well. I hope she's happy whatever she's doing.
I hope she's, finding out what happened to Shelley Miscavige. That's what I fucking hope. I hope she's got Leah Remini on the line and she's just working from the inside.
She's working, she's like undercover. She's a spy.
Iconic.
I mean, that would be fucking incredible.
It'd be amazing. And then we could watch a movie about that in which Sabrina plays her aunt.
I love that.
It's so
Nancy
good.
Cartwright is going to single-handedly take down Scientology.
I think with Leah Remini. Whenever Scientology goes down, I want Leah to be mentioned. She's been fighting the good fight for years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know why we were talking about that. Nelly Furtado, a fucking queen. We've all heard the album Loose and loved every second of it. She has announced her new album, 7, in an emotional post. She said, how do you explain going from a song that took 2 years to make in 3 different cities with an army of people, and that's just one song by the name of Corazon, and then she says, I have made 400 to 500 pieces of music in the past 4 years, and they've come together just by nature of being in the same collection, 7. It's kind of like random seashells that may be similar but not at all alike. So this album can't be listened to like audio wallpaper, or maybe it can depending on how you like to enjoy music, but I don't even care if you skip songs. It's up to you how you enjoy it. This is happening on September 20th of this year. I'm so fucking happy. Nelly Furtado's Loose, I literally bang on about this, but this is an album that is so good top to bottom, but also has like an insane amount of bonus tracks. I want to say like 7 after 13 original tracks. Every single one of them is good. She just was in her fucking bag that era. And like, I enjoy a lot of her albums. I like her album prior called Folklore. No Taylor. Also very much, but that album is such a fucking moment. And I don't know what sound she's going to give us, but I just don't want us to forget the impact of Nelly Furtado.
I mean, you're talking about it how many years later? Like 17 years later.
Absolutely. Like this was...
It's a great album.
It was the era of... But it was like even... It was pre-Future Sex Love Sounds. This was pre-Blackout. This was pre-Good Girl Gone Bad. Like this was like a Timbaland... Like him coming back to the forefront of pop music and production with Nelly at the helm.
And I love Timbaland.
I
love his production and all his fucking instrumental outros.
Absolutely.
I love all of it. Every time I hear one, I'm always just like, yes, another one, thank you. What's that meme? Another one, thank you.
And I don't know if they're working together on this record, but I would love it because they have such great chemistry.
What's Timbaland been doing recently? Has he done anything recently?
I mean, he did a lot of that new Justin album, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not listen, so I cannot comment.
Either, but I think
I hope there are lovely outros on that.
I hope. I think I like went on a walk and I listened to it a part way. I don't think I finished it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure he's done other stuff, but that's the last thing that I really know about. This is just, nothing really to say here, but just so we all know, the judge has dismissed charges against Alec Baldwin in the Rust lawsuit. The prosecution has been such a mess that Baldwin's lawyer asked the judge to dismiss this case, and Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer did. There is no way for the court to right this wrong. The state is highly culpable for its failure to provide discovery to the defendant. So... Yeah,
I want to say it was because like the prosecution was like hiding some stuff that they knew.
That sounds right to me.
That would weaken their case and everything. Right. I'm very happy because I do not think that he should have been like tried for this. It is not his fault that this horrible, horrendous, devastating thing
That's
happened.
The thing. Is it just this? The whole thing.
The whole
so
thing
sad,
is just so sad. And so seeing him very emotional in the courtroom, I was just like, oh, good. He can rest. He can rest easy now.
And he could cancel that reality show if he wants. If he's maybe rethought that because we don't need it. I don't need it. Speaking of sad shit.
My God. 1 trillion people. A trillion of like the most iconic of icons.
Who would you like to discuss first?
I guess go in chronological order of
was it Richard Simmons?
No, it was Shelley Duvall first.
Okay.
Which I was devastated about.
Tell us about Shelley Duvall. Shelley Duvall passed away this week.
Shelley Duvall passed away. I think she was 74 or 75 or
75.
75. And Shelley Duvall, she was very much a muse of the great director Robert Altman. And I know her though, like as a child from the series Fairy Tale Theater. When people talk about Blockbuster, they talk about getting this movie and this movie and this movie and this movie. I would always get a fairy tale theater video. And at the beginning of every single fairy tale theater episode, there's like, I have no idea how many like episodes there are of it. She comes on and because she was the producer of it and the host of it, she would come on in a different setting, a different costume that went along with whatever fairy tale we were about to watch. And she would say, "Hi, hello, I'm Shelley Duvall." And so just like hearing her say that or thinking about her saying that is just like the most comforting thing that like brings me back to my childhood. She's truly one of the most unique actresses anyone can think of. Like everyone would objectively agree there is no one that is like Shelley Duvall.
Right.
I mean, and it was back in the day where directors were just like, this person is so interesting, let me put her as my leading lady. I mean, she gives one of the all-time great horror film performances in the movie The Shining.
Right.
You've never seen The Shining, I'm assuming.
I've not.
It's wild.
Is it too scary for me? Could I do it?
It's not like scary, like like there aren't like jump scares or anything, but like you watch it and you're just like deeply uncomfortable and upset the whole time. Like it's just like the images, and you don't really even know what's happening in The Shining. You just know like you're weirded out and you're creeped out. And she is unbelievable in that movie. Like I'm telling you, one of the all-time great horror film performances, and just such a unique person, and seemingly like a lovely person, and she will be missed.
Yes, may she rest in peace alongside another very unique and lovely person in Richard Simmons, who passed away at 76. And the thing about it is like, just watching, because I was watching some clips of Richard Simmons today, and it just is like the fact that he, even if it was unsaid, like was so outwardly and openly like publicly gay, even if it wasn't verbally being said, like it's just so impressive in the time in which he lived.
Oh my God.
And I am so like heartbroken because you see someone like that living such a big life, and then he decided to be private. And I haven't listened to the podcast, but the whole Finding Richard Simmons thing, especially by the end of that podcast, made me a little uncomfortable, because it's like, it seems that Richard Simmons is telling you he doesn't want to be found. Like he needs to be left alone at this stage in his life and career. Like he loves everybody, but he loves everybody from the privacy of his own fucking home. And I don't know. I just felt like that always left me with a little bit of an ickiness. So I'm glad at least there was a little bit of space and time where he wasn't the top of mind for people, where he could really express the way he wanted to. I think he had been making a couple of Facebook post recently. And the fitness guru passed away at 76. A housekeeper called 911 that morning before 10 a.m. And yes.
Yeah. I mean, Richard Simmons is like a goddamn hero. Right. Like what he did, not just for the fitness world. I mean, to start off, like there is no one like him in the fitness world, because he was the first sort of like fitness guru to just be a regular person,
right? And
to show people like, no, like you don't need to like be a total muscle person, like super jacked, like guy or girl to do this cardio. Like he was so deeply passionate and so deeply empathetic to anyone like out there who wanted to get in better shape. And he had like people of all shapes and sizes like doing exercises with him, and so you could watch and be like, I can do that. They're dancing to locomotion. like this like exercise. He was the one that teaches that exercise should be fun and that anyone can do it, even if you can't do 12,000 backflips or lift 12,000 pounds or like throw a ball or like tackle someone on a football field.
Right.
You can do a little dance. Anyone can do a little dance.
Absolutely.
So he was amazing in that regard, but also in terms of like the gay aspect. He was just so unabashedly himself,
right?
And expressed his gayness in such a wonderful way, because it wasn't even like he was like expressing his gayness in showing his like sexuality way, or like having that sort of expression, or like how he expressed his gender. Like it wasn't even in that sort of way. It was just, he was just someone who expressed his excitement without any inhibitions. And that is what that's what we do.
If we had to describe what we do, it would be that.
It would be express your excitement about the things that excite you.
Yes.
And that's a gay icon.
Like
that is what the gays do. So
I mean, are we putting ourselves in that category of gay icon? Not yet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We might need a little more time.
Sure.
Great. Okay.
You know,
I love that for us.
Who else?
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. I actually saw a video today of Richard Simmons and Dr. Ruth.
I saw that too.
Together, and I was like, I had no idea they did stuff together, and they passed away on the same day.
She was 96.
96.
So she lived like a long, very, long life. Like, it's sad, obviously, but it just is like, it's a longer life than 75,
Oh, sure.
So I know that she touched many lives as well.
Yeah, she was a famous sex therapist, and she was so great because she was this little tiny lady with this little accent.
Right.
And just talking about giving blowjobs.
And we were just watching Angels in America.
And Dr. Ruth has a cameo, like as a radio host, and she's the character Harper is listening, and she's this Mormon lady listening to Dr. Ruth explain that, if the thought of giving a blowjob scares you, just think of the penis like a lollipop or an ice cream cone. Like,
great advice.
Adorable.
Yes.
Amazing. She was fabulous.
Another icon. And then lastly, Shannon Doherty has passed away at 53. She has died after a long battle with breast cancer. I believe she was diagnosed many years ago, and I think she had stage 4. So the fact that she even lived as long as she did is absolutely a blessing.
Yeah.
Her longtime publicist is saying, it is with a heavy heart that I can confirm the passing of actress Shannon Doherty on Saturday, July 13th. She lost her battle with cancer after many years of fighting the disease. The beloved daughter, sister, aunt, and friend was surrounded by her loved ones as well as her dog, Bowie. The family asked for the privacy at this time so they can grieve in peace. Just sad. Just sad. It's just been a sad.
And talk about another gay icon like 90210, like Heathers, like
Charmed. And the thing is, I feel like every fucking week I would see a Pop Crave story or whatever about Charmed and like what happened there, why she was pushed off that show, her relationship with the other members. And this is not even to go into 90210 and everything else, but it's just like she was still top of mind for a lot of people. And I saw that she was just about to start. Like, I think there was someone doing a rewatch podcast of Charmed from the beginning, and she like reached out to them and was like, hey, I want to join you and be one of the co-hosts. I want us to sign to iHeart Podcast and do this all over from the beginning. I've never watched the show. I've never watched the scenes, especially the seasons after I was fired, and I want to do that with you. And it's just like, it's just cool. Like, she had made her life what she wanted it to be, and I don't know. And she was bringing up people who were just like regular fans, regular people who had this little podcast. It's a small story, but it kind of touched me because I was like, that's a very cool thing to be doing. And she'll be very missed.
Yeah. Rough week. Like back to back to back.
I know.
Yeah.
Matt Steele, do you have any other news for idiots you'd like to share with the people?
I guess, should I just warn the people that this is the last week of freedom before Big Brother starts?
Oh, jeez. I thought we were talking about something else that we were talking about at the beginning of the podcast.
No. We are going to Big Brother, ladies and gentlemen, because Wednesday, July 17th, it's time for Big Brother. So, just get ready. There's gonna be a lot of Big Brother content.
2 Gay Minutes is coming back. If you're
2 Gay Minutes
wondering.
is coming back. So I'm excited to watch the 2-part premiere. The first one is on Wednesday.
Okay.
Second one is on Thursday, which I will watch after the Devos live watch party.
Yes.
I'm a little worried because it's like the first episode is going to be the first 8 house guests moving in, and then the second one the next day is going to be the second 8.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just like, I want them all moving in together. Oh, and the theme is AI this year. Because they have a theme for like the season every year, and sometimes they stick to the theme, but sometimes the theme like falls off.
Yeah.
But the theme this year is AI, so we are all fully anticipating. I'm sorry to talk about Big Brother, but so we are. Many years ago, there was a contestant that was called America's Player, and essentially this player was in there, and they essentially listened to what America wanted them to do. America was like, this is who we want you to target. This is how we want you to vote. This is if you win head of household, this is who we want you to put up. So this person had no control over their own game, and so we just know this year there's going to be a player. This is rumored, so we don't know, but we're figuring it out.
Yes,
that there could be a contestant who their entire game is controlled by AI.
Jesus Christ.
And so we were just like, oh no. So it could get a little messy in a fun way, or it could just totally flop. And so we're waiting to see if that exists, if that twist will happen, or if it does, like when it inevitably flops, because it probably will. But, you know.
All right. Well, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast. Okay, let me do an ad before I forget.
Do an ad, please.
Did we get emails?
We got one.
Oh, great. If anybody else has an email they want to send us during the break,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, My shirt looks great.
It does.
As the lighting gets better. It's between this and I'll show you. I have one other option for shirt.
Okay.
For the party.
Okay.
So you gotta let me know. And I'm like, is it bad that I'm like debuting it on 2 gay mats before I debut it at the wedding?
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck?
Could be important.
Oh God, what should I wear? What do I have to wear that's colorful?
I don't know. You have some color, right?
Something cute like that. I'm a redhead. I don't have that much color.
What colors are you allowed to wear?
Like a lavender
that would look good.
or like a green. I can wear green.
I know you get mad at me when I wear green because it's your color.
I know. Fuck you.
Why can't I wear green? I look good in green too.
It's mine. It's mine.
What about what's mine? What colors are just
Listen,
mine?
I have so few. Okay.
Oh, I have a lot.
It's hard for redheads to pull off a lot of colors.
The thing is, you say that I cannot picture you in a color besides like a red close to the color of your hair that you like wouldn't pull off. You know what I'm saying?
Anything
like,
yellow or orange.
Why? Because you're just.
I could not do.
Those are good colors for me.
Yeah, congratulations. Every color is good for you.
Not everyone.
What color is bad for you?
Like, I mean, I don't really love like a vomity green. That's not. Really
See, those colors look good on reds.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny.
We look good in like a brown, like an earth tone. I look good. I'm an autumn.
Oh.
So give me a rust. Ooh, I fuck shit up when I'm wearing a rust.
I don't know. Palmer, that shirt with a linen suit would be amazing. Thank you, but the suits, we're not allowed to wear suits. It's like not suits.
Oh, thank the fucking
Pointed
Lord.
I feel like light pink looks good on redheads. Do you agree?
Yeah, sometimes I look good in a light pink. A hot pink is rough.
Hot pink's hard for a lot.
Hot pink's rough.
I do have a dilemma myself, but I don't really want an email about it as a really hard email period.
You don't need to share.
You don't have to share. I really hate email. Oh, that's why? No, well then write in the comments. Baby blue would look good on you, Steele. Like switch shirts with Palmer. You can't take my shirt.
Yeah, if you decide to wear the other thing, I'll wear that.
Yes.
Orange is my favorite color too, Montrez.
Oh. Shout out Matt P. Darker skinned people thrive in color.
Yeah.
Yes. Ambria. Vocalist in the chat.
Yeah. Oh,
Guys.
I remember you in the front seat of your car, Ambria.
I'm sorry. I will let it go one day. But guys, if you haven't seen the 2 Gay Matt's fucking talent show, I'm not overstating. We have fucking talented.
Really fucking good
Everyone
people.
is talented.
They can't just sing. They can write hooks.
They can write hooks.
Hooks.
They can do fucking makeup.
They can do makeup.
They can do
impressions.
They can do it all.
They can do it all.
Just linen suit pants. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I got linen shorts actually that I'm ordered and will hopefully arrive prior to this wedding. It's in like fucking August, so it better arrive for the wedding.
Do I have linen shorts that I have linen pants I could wear. But if I have the option of wearing shorts, I will never wear a pant. Like I don't understand.
Well, ask Corey.
I guess. Yeah, I need to ask.
Yeah, just text him. I think he'd be fine with it. Oh, you're too sweet. Thank you. Of course. I mean, girl, I will never get over it. Never. Just because I didn't know.
Sometimes people come out of the woodwork.
Because we have monster talents. A lot of them I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
so the shock,
we've known some of y'all for
a couple years now. But the shock
years.
of talent in
when it's new people come and they start singing giving us vocals in the front seat of their car.
Right.
Jen's cover of Unexpected Song.
Yes.
Oh, I love that song so much.
I'm in the market for linen shorts right now. Absolutely. Talking about weddings, what do y'all think of a tweet that went viral about a bride who doesn't want to do an open bar? And people were like, you're being selfish, LMAO. It's their own wedding. Let them do what they want to do. Like, you cannot drink for a night. Yeah, it's fine.
In my ideal world, I wouldn't have alcohol at my wedding.
I'll bring a fucking flask. I'll be up there like, I'm wasted.
It's like,
Matt Steele, why is not booze here?
Matt Steele.
Matt Steele. Yeah, booze.
Getting married.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah, sure.
I think that'd be fun.
My black linen pants have so much lint and stuff on them. I can't stand it. I feel your color palette is the flowers behind you. Maybe.
Ooh, you'd look cute with that. Yeah, that's the thing is I had a linen suit, but I had to return it because I was like, linen gets so fucking wrinkled, and I realized that's like the point, and you're supposed to be like chill about it.
Yeah, I'm not chill. I'm not chill.
I just why is it wrinkled?
If something has a fucking wrinkle, I'm pissed.
I'm pissed, and I need to let it go because linen does look good on other people.
You know what drives me fucking nuts?
Let's hear it.
When I steam a shirt,
okay,
to go out in the day, like a t-shirt, simply like this or something like that, because it has a couple wrinkles on it, and then I get in my car and I do the seatbelt, and it just like the seatbelt just wrinkles my shirt here.
But no one's gonna be like,
everyone's looking.
No one's looking at you thinking, oh my god, that seatbelt really did a number on his shirt.
I don't want to appear.
It is a head. It's just like, yes, in my ideal world, everything would be, but it's also like I'm not ironing everything. Like that's not an option.
I steam almost every day.
Is steaming as time consuming? No. As ironing?
In a different way. I feel like it's about equal.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it easier? Because to me, it's like the turning and the like, and if I put it
to
in
me,
the wrong
steaming
place.
is ironing. That's why. I remember this one time I needed to desperately iron a shirt, but I didn't have an iron.
Yeah.
And I was in like such a rush. And so I ran into, you weren't home. And so I was like, Matt Palmer will let me use his iron.
I would.
And so I ran into your bedroom and I got your iron and ironing board and I like quickly like ironed the shirt.
Yeah.
And I was in like such a mad dash to leave. I left the iron on in your bedroom.
Wow.
And I remember when I came home that night, you were just like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you were just like, "Cause I came to my bedroom and like the ironing board was out and the iron was like plugged in and on." And I was just like, "Oh fuck, I'm so sorry."
I have no memory of that.
Yeah, well,
if that helps you. Was that at the place you're at now?
Yeah,
okay.
It was at that place. I just remember feeling so bad because I was just like, I was going to ask you if I could use your iron, but I was in such a rush.
It's fine. We are so 30s coded. It's true. Yeah, I get it if you're anti-linen. Cotton is a great alternative. I mean, I like linen in theory.
I know.
And
I like
see it
feel,
and I see people in it when it's like they're like it's wrinkly, but it's like a careless, hot wrinkly.
I know, but I don't think I can pull that off.
I can't either.
Ooh, you know what I really can't pull off?
What?
That I always pick up these shirts off of the shelves or off the hangers at a store, and I always try it on, and I'm just like, I always forget I can't pull this off. When a shirt has like a scoop neck like this, I like for some reason my shoulders do not handle that well.
I feel like that was more in style a few years ago anyways.
Sure,
I don't see a lot of
But I always like, because those shirts are always like very soft and light.
Yes.
And I'm always like, oh, I wish I could wear this on my body. But then I look at myself in the dressing room as I'm putting it on. I'm just like,
look what I
I'm like, oh God.
Do you think, okay, I just order some linen, like button down shirts. Will I send them back? Like, I'm going to try them.
Sure.
Do you think I'm going to be able to live with the wrinkleness of a linen?
I don't know. This is your life, girl.
I don't know. I need new clothes, but I don't want wrinkles. I don't know if you guys watched Tiny Desk performances, but the Wiz cast did one recently, and it was lovely. I think someone posted that in the Discord. I need to watch it, but I heard it's great. Do we all remember V-necks? Oh, I loved a V-neck back in the day.
Oh, sure.
I loved a V-neck. Back when American Apparel was a thing.
Yeah, just a solid color fucking V-neck I could fucking rock.
Absolutely. That was a different. It's so funny when you think about like different times and like what colors we're in and we're not. It was like we were in a neon.
Oh,
metallic.
when neon was
like
was a thing.
Gaga.
That was rough for me
world.
because redhead. If there's one thing none of us redheads can pull off, it's a fucking neon. So, also Steele, did you see the retraction I need from the last live podcast?
Which one?
No, what are you talking
Last
about?
live podcast. Which one was it? What was the retraction? Tell us, Lauren. I'm so glad fitted women's shirts are gone. That's good. Hack is to buy linen mixed with something that doesn't wrinkle. Ooh, I could do that.
Sure. I can't pull off. I like didn't even think like I have not worn a V-neck in public in forever. I still have V-neck undershirts, like white undershirts.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
But
yeah, V-necks aren't really.
Also like button downs, like just wearing a button down out. I used to do that all the time in like 2008.
Yeah.
Not
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I would wear one out every once in a while, but it would be like super colorful or pink or like open. Like it wouldn't just be like, I'm wearing.
Oh no, this is like a closed button down, and then you roll the sleeve up twice. Like you would wear that as like your going out outfit.
I mean, sometimes you look at pictures of like people going out in like the 2000s, and it's like you guys look like you're going to an office. Like, why are you in these like this business casual Banana Republic shit? It was a different time.
And you know me with buttoned up shit. I fucking hate it.
I know. It's just like a different. Like, it's one of those things where we're going to look back and it's going to be like, oh my God, Matt's hole in his shirt looks so 2024. But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything crazy.
That's why, like, I always try to, like, be on the fashionable side of things, but not lean into the fashion. Because I'm like, I don't want to 10 years from now look at this and be like, oh.
I'm fine with looking at it. I don't want to be so far into it that it's like, oh, now it's out of style in a year. It's like, that's not helpful. Yes. But I'll be wearing this for several years.
I want to get my money's worth. I want to be like, oh, this shirt's kind of timeless.
Right. So Palmer, realistically do you think you'll watch season 3, episode 6 of The Bear? I think we just watched episode 5, so in the next week. I see V-necks on European men with chest hair, and it works for them. I could see that. I usually wear polo shirts. I don't like plain T-shirts that much. Polo shirts are cute. Steele said Brittany Snow wasn't in an X, and that was a lie. So I need a retraction for me and Brittany. Brittany Snow wasn't in X. Is X a movie?
Steele said Brittany Snow wasn't in
X.
an X.
And an X.
And that was a lie.
Like a Marvel movie? Like an X-Man movie?
I never saw X. When did we talk about Brittany Snow? I have not said the words Brittany Snow in quite a while.
The last time I wore a V-neck was 2016, right before college. Oh, before college, 2016? My God. We really dressed up so much, and for what? Great.
Yeah.
Nothing too trendy, absolutely. Will y'all watch the Olympics at all? I will watch some. Jackson's into the Olympics, so as a loving partner, I will watch some.
I'll be working. They'll be on the TV at the bar.
Right. Caftans are in my future. Oh, I can't wait. I will say one good thing about Gen Z fashion that I'm like, it's gonna be hard if ever the pendulum swings the other way again. I really love the loosey goosey. It took me a second. Loosey goosey's
great. I love it.
But it's just like I'm so much more comfortable.
Sure.
Like
I never liked like skinny jeans. I never thought they looked good.
I mean, I think some people could pull them off, and like I didn't need them like super duper skinny, but it just was even like, oh, they're like a little fitting. But now it's just the loosey goosey pants. I love a loosey goosey pant.
I have not gotten like a loosey goosey pant.
Yeah.
I've gotten like a slightly baggier pant that's like which I'm kind of like, okay, I feel like I can do that. I don't know what to look for a loosey goosey pant. Like what does it say? Does it say straight cut? Does it say like what do you
I don't remember. I'll need to look again.
I got a cute little pair at Urban Outfitters that I haven't worn yet.
Yeah.
Just because it's summer and like as I said, if I don't have to wear pants, I will absolutely not.
Of course.
And that's like a thing that blows my mind when it's like hot out and people choose to wear pants. I'm like,
it is. X is in the Mia Goth movie. But I think Steele's only talked about Pearl. Dylan says.
No, those Pearl X Maxi movies when Steele was trying to name the actress in it. I was trying to think of the name. I never said it was Brittany Snow. Brittany Snow.
Lauren, it's hard to get an apology or retraction out of Matt Steele.
I don't know where Brittany Snow came into. I know I couldn't think of the Mia Goth's name for a bit, but I think someone in the chat said Mia Goth. And I was like, oh yeah, that's her name.
I'm so glad.
I don't know what we're talking about.
So glad I gave myself to over to low-rise wide leg jeans. I look like a Bratz doll and I love it. Perfect. I love your shirt, my papa. Oh, thank you. We'll definitely get back to skinny jeans, but I won't care. I'm sticking to dad jeans with a straight leg. I get it. I hate blue jeans and shorts.
I have a question. When people are like, oh, I don't like jeans, it's like, well, then what do you like what other options are there?
I guess khakis?
But like khakis are a little dressy.
They are.
Right?
They are.
Like you dress up every time?
Maybe.
Does
this mean I should throw away all my skinny jeans? No, because they're going to come back at some point.
I have a cute little green pair that my friend gave me that are pretty like that are pretty tight. That I'm just like, oh, these are cute though, so like I want to keep them. But
I always wear long pants no matter the temperature because my legs are hairy and I'm insecure about it.
Why are you insecure? I'm very hairy, Matthew. We are a hairy Matt clan, and we need to flaunt it.
Oh, you and him. I'm not that hairy.
Oh, yeah.
I have some hair,
no,
but it's not.
Matthew McLean. Hair's great. We love hair.
I have beard hair.
Yeah. I shave that off. Woo! Every morning with an electric razor. First thing I do, I roll out of bed and I shave my face.
I grew up in Arizona and my mom literally had a date on the calendar that we had to wait to wear pants because it was so hot and she was not going to pay for any medical bills from us fainting. Lord!
Love that.
Also, I hate skinny jeans because I hear they cut off circulation. Is that true? I don't know.
How skinny
Sweatpants are an option. Oh, I love a sweatpant too.
I'm not a sweatpant person.
Really?
I don't.
Do you get too hot in them or something?
No, I feel a little too sloppy in them.
Oh.
And I don't really have the bandwidth to be like, okay, these are trendy. It's like when is a sweatpant trendy and when is it like knock around the house sweatpant? I don't want to think about that. So a sweat short, I can walk out in, but like,
I have varicose veins and tree trunk calves, so I don't wear shorts in public. I mean,
listen, all y'all's legs are sexy.
I bet all the legs are good, and I also like. I feel like tree trunk calf is a positive. I think not to,
like that.
to hit on you. I'm sure everyone is beautiful in the chat, but like I've never seen a big calf and thought like not attractive.
Yeah, like I love a sturdy man.
Yes, like I'm into that. But your feelings are valid.
Of course.
Matt Palmer's shirt game has been on point the last few videos. Thank you, Liam. This is very new. But I'm glad you like it.
Loved y'all's reaction to dopamine. Everyone streamed
dopamine.
dopamine.
Thank you. Everyone streamed dopamine. And I want that candy paint video, which apparently was shot, apparently is ready. And
fucking release it while you're injured.
While you're injured.
Release it.
I know, if only. Okay, should we do part 2?
Sure. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, my mother is texting me. My mom loves texting me as the podcast is happening.
I love that for
And
her.
I'm just like, Mom, I'm a little busy.
You are busy.
Hello, Mother. But while I'm texting my mom back, Matt Palmer's going to give you an ad.
I am. Guys, thank you so much for listening to or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to patreon.com/2gaymats so you can get extra bonus content from us. Hang out with friends you haven't met yet on the Discord. Chat with us all the live long day over there. And if you join by Thursday, you can watch Matt Steele's 2020 film Devos live with us as we listen and watch all together on crowdcast.io/c/Devos watch party. And you can be a part of it without even having to pay the ticketed price. So you should definitely do that. And also go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Leave us a 5-star rating or review. If you have a rating or review that's less than 5 stars, we do not accept that. So do that. It helps us so much with the algorithm. We want as many people to listen to or watch the podcast as possible. And you're a part of that.
Oh, my song, my Kathy's
One
anthem.
day we need to have a watch party for the last 5 years.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Like we must do that.
Yeah, except it's our version where we record ourselves playing Kathy.
So yeah, we're both Kathy and there's no Jamie.
Of course. We each do a version of whatever song.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that. It'll be a mix between a talent show and a live viewing party.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
What section of the podcast are we in?
Guys, we are on to Email My Heart, and this is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. So we got an email from the fabulous Preetha, and Preetha says, cooking an authentic Italian pizza.
Oh, right.
Yeah, things I don't do. Cook. But we're going to answer it to the best of our abilities, Preetha. Okay. Hi, Matt. Hope you guys are well. These questions are for Matt Steele.
Rude.
As I know he is Italian. I know that many Italian food brands give their own instructions for cooking, etc. But I would love some advice from a real Italian. So I'm going to be experimenting in the kitchen next weekend with Italian food. And I have the following questions. What pizza toppings would you recommend for a vegetarian pizza and why? I love a thin crust and I don't like the deep dish version very much. What type of cheese or combinations of cheese would you recommend putting on the pizza and why? How long to preheat the oven for?
Matt Steele doesn't fucking know.
And at what temperature? Do you have any brand that you would recommend for a pizza sauce, or would you make a pizza sauce from scratch? If a pizza sauce is to be made from scratch, what are the key ingredients? What do you look for in a pizza? What is a big no-no when it comes to cooking a pizza? Also, I have to ask, what's the best pizza you have ever eaten? What is the worst pizza you have ever eaten? Are you fluent in Italian? Have you ever visited your family in Italy?
Okay, let's hear as many answers as you can get through.
I love the fact that Preetha gave me an entire email full of a trillion questions, and I have no answer for any of them. But you know
Iconic.
what? We're winging it. We're live, and so I got to do what I got to do. This is my job.
Let's hear it.
So Preetha, context, lives in Ireland.
Yes.
And I think it's so funny when I talk to a European about being an American Italian. Because like being Italian is very different from being Italian American.
It is.
Because like Italian Americans are not Italian. Italian Americans are very much their own fucking thing, whereas they're just like, oh, my great grandparents or great great grandparents came on the boat from Italy in the 1900s, and so I grew up listening to my grandparents say a couple curse words in Italian and say every day, we're Italian, we're Italian, we're Italian, we're Italian. And that's about the extent of what our Italian is.
Well, no, you have specific things about pasta.
Of course. And also sauces. The thing that makes Italian Americans, we have very staunch and strong opinions about what is and what isn't Italian, even though we have no fucking clue what is Italian. Like, we're really just making it up as we go along, and we say it staunchly and proudly. So you know what? I'm just going to wing it.
Let's hear it.
And also, Preetha, I don't cook. If there's one thing I don't do.
He doesn't.
I'll clean any ceiling fan, any baseboard. I will clean that house like strip bare bones.
Okay.
I do not cook. But I'll talk. I will say something that a lot of people get wrong about what we in New Jersey, Italians from New Jersey, call gravy. which is another word for sauce.
Yes.
Is sometimes less is more. The tomato is the star. The cooked tomato is the star.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Don't try to like
go for pasta sauce and pizza sauce?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. The tomato is the star.
Okay.
I hear of some people putting a little bit of like red wine in their gravy, or like a little bit of red wine vinegar or something like that to like sweeten it up a little bit. A little bit of basil. Actually, I do love basil, so quite a bit of basil. Some garlic, and like that's like all I need. When a sauce is too doctored up with shit, then I'm just like, this just tastes like you put a bunch of like seasonings in here, and like I don't know what I'm eating. It tastes like overwrought and overworked. So that is what I have to say about the sauce. Don't overthink it. Always, I don't know anything about like pizza sauce, but like when, my family, my grandmother and my mother, when they make their, their gravy, it's not like a jarred, pre-designed sauce like Prego or something like that. Always start with crushed tomatoes, and then you doctor it from there.
Okay.
This wouldn't work with pizza, but when you're making a pasta or a macaroni or something like that, that we always put. Listen, some Italian American families are Parmesan cheese families. Some are Romano cheese families. I grew up in a Romano cheese family.
Okay.
So basically, just dump a whole fucking bunch of Romano cheese, and everybody's happy. Because it really, the salt from the cheese, the savoriness from the cheese really brings that gravy to life. And so I don't know. I've never heard of that being done for like a pizza, though, putting the cheese like in the sauce. But hey, you could try it.
Do you have a favorite pizza?
Like a favorite pizza place?
Favorite pizza place that she can like reference when trying to, get the pizza together.
I mean, none that's in Ireland.
I know, but still she asked questions about pizza. I'm trying to get an answer about a pizza.
Sure, I know the pizza's the hard thing. Because, I mean, my favorite pizza place is, Brothers Pizza in Central New Jersey, or Di Lorenzo's in Trenton, New Jersey, which is famous for their tomato pie, which is just like mostly sauce and very, very, very little cheese.
Do you like that? Do you miss the cheese?
I adore it. No. All you need is just like a little sprinkle of cheese and you're good to go if the sauce is good enough. So I truly can't answer this question. When it comes to like a vegetarian pizza, I love a white pie with like a little bit of ricotta cheese and mozzarella and maybe a little bit of broccoli rabe. I'm not going to say spinach. That's a little basic. So I'm going to say broccoli rabe, ricotta cheese, a little bit of mozzarella. That's if you want to do a vegetarian thing. And speaking of my mom texting me, my mom says, because she's on the live, make your own gravy, crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, garlic, basil, cheese. Cook it down for 2 days. If you want to put pork in there to help flavor it, you can do that. That's my mom's advice. So yeah, I also feel like people make the mistake when it comes to pizza of just going topping happy. If a pizza is great, it needs no toppings. Just some cheese.
You're not even sauce. A pepperoni?
If you do a topping, I go with a light sprinkle of pepperoni, thinly sliced. If you do a meat on a pizza, please have it be thinly sliced. The people who have fucking like chunks of chicken on their pizza, I don't know how they do that. That's too heavy on such a thin slice of bread. That doesn't work.
Do you like sausage on a pizza?
I'm not a huge sausage person to begin with, but if you want to do a light sausage moment, go for it.
I know this is a little off.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Hawaiian pizzas?
I have fun with that. I don't need that in my life. The problem with Hawaiian pizza for me, with like the pineapple of it all, I think the flavoring could work. Yeah. Not for like an actual Italian moment.
Sure.
As if I know what Italian really is. Not for like an actual Italian moment, but the flavoring, I get why people like it. My issue with the pineapple on the pizza is the I don't know if I would call this a texture thing. It's the wet on the wet. It's like a wet pineapple on a wet sauce to me. That is weird to me. I like a drier topping on the sauce.
The flavor is the highlight. It's like the sweet with the savory.
I get why people like the flavor of it all.
Nice.
I don't need to partake in that. So I would say I can't answer these questions in great detail, even though I just talked to you.
Hey, you have a lot to say. I think you did a great job here.
I would say sometimes less is more. If you do a vegetarian pizza, just like a broccoli rabe, ricotta cheese, and mozzarella, you're good.
I'd say just order Hawaiian from Papa John's and call it a day. That is Italy.
She wants to do a homie. That
is Italy. If I know Italy, that is Italy.
Listen, as the Italian American, I can say that Matt Palmer probably knows Italy about as well as I do.
Not true. Not true.
I know about Italians from Jersey, but actual authentic Italians, they would look at me and go, girl, shut up. Are you fluent in Italian? Absolutely not. Have you ever visited your family in Italy? If I have family in Italy, it's probably like my great something's cousin's great.
Right.
Like I'm probably more related to Matt Palmer than I am to like any distant relative I have in Italy. So no, but I would love to go to Italy. I mean, yeah, I do. Did I answer adequately?
I think you did a great job.
I said something.
I've been to Italy.
I'm winging. I read this. Yeah, you've been to Italy. Matt Palmer knows more about Italy.
I don't, but I just visited during my high school days. I was in a traveling choir, and so we went to Italy. We went to Rome, and
you know more about Italy. I know more about Italian Americans from Jersey who pretend like they know about Italy.
Hey, and you probably know more about Ireland than I do, and you know that I'm now Irish. Thanks to 23andMe. So we all know what we know.
We know what we know. I read this whole email when I like early in the morning when we got it, and I just cracked up because I was like, I don't know if I can answer any of this. I love it. But Preetha, send us a picture of your pizza.
Yes.
However it comes out.
I bet it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be delicious. Like, listen, when you cook for other people, like they're so happy to like be around, friends and everything. They're so happy that you're cooking for them.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be great.
It's an expression of love and like a social thing. Like it's going to be a lovely moment.
It's like how when people stress out about Thanksgiving, and I'm always just like, guys, it's going to be fine. Okay. Like people are getting a whole bunch of food.
No.
Like they're around good company that they like.
Sure. But it's like, I don't cook much either, but you know how I feel about the Thanksgiving meal and how my mom's Thanksgiving meal is like the only one of note. And how if I have made something based on her recipe and if it doesn't come out, the day is ruined, like truly canceled the holiday, because yes, everyone will be like, oh, I thought the sweet potato pie was fine. It's like, well, let me tell you, it fucking wasn't. Like it's supposed to be better and it's all been ruined whether you know it or not.
I mean, hey, okay? My mom also just texted me, your grandparents have family in Italy. Their aunts and uncles and cousins. I mean, my grandparents' aunts and uncles are no longer with us. They're very, very, very
distant relatives.
Very distant relatives.
Yes.
But if you're out there, family, and you want to reconnect to your great fourth cousin 5 times removed,
shoot us an email at 2gaymats@gmail.com.
And buongiorno.
Buongiorno indeed.
Nice to meet you all.
Yes,
everyone.
All right, that was wild.
I know.
I love it. I think it was all over the place, but I think we answered the question. I think Preetha's going to have a great time with her Italian feast.
Yeah, the Italian feast in Italy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess
the Italian feast in Ireland.
Sorry, excuse us. So now I guess is it time for the end of the podcast? What's it called? Giving moments.
Giving me moments. Jesus Christ.
I'm so in Italy right now. Yeah. So yes, this is the section of the podcast where we talk about content that we have consumed over the past week that has given us moments. And if I can go briefly, mine will be brief, I promise.
Okay.
I just need to say 2 things. Mm-hmm. Firstly, as far as the Bravo girlies out there, thank God for the Real Housewives of Orange County. I mean, I hate to say it because I'm a Housewives person. Housewives are in a bit of its flop era at the current moment. Like the Kenya being fired from Atlanta is tough. Potomac's been bad for years. Jersey is unwatchable. 2 halves of the cast don't speak to each other.
Jeez.
Like it's really like there's a lot of bad Housewives. Housewives of New York seems fine, but these are all new random women that they hired out of nowhere that we're still getting to know, except Jenna Lyons, who I love. But I have to give it up to the Real Housewives of Orange County, which, by the way, had about 7 awful seasons in a row. But then what the Bravo very smartly did is in the past several years, they have been rehiring former housewives. There was Heather Dubrow. They brought her back. They then brought back Tamra Judge, who's like, not easy. She's tough. She's a villain. She's not terribly likable, but she mixes it up. She's good for the show. And, no one wants storylines around bad things that have happened. But you probably, if you listen to this podcast, have heard me talk about Shannon Bedour and the fact that I believe last September, while she was driving her car with her dog in the car, got a DUI, ran into the side of someone's house, and
Yes, I remember this.
Jumped out of the car, pretended she was walking the dog. It just was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And no one was hurt, which is beautiful. And DUIs are never okay. If you're drunk, there are Ubers, there are Lyfts. We're not making light of that. But like pretending to walk the dog
It's wild.
is wild. Like there's no way to say that with a straight face. But the season has begun. The thing is, Shannon Beador's ex-boyfriend, who she was visiting at this time and was fighting with, they broke up soon thereafter after it came out about the DUI. John Jansen called her and was like, hey, you have ruined my life. You have ruined my family's life. You need to get help. I never want to see you again. I'm cutting you out of my life. And also, like, I don't like being in the public eye, and you're in the public eye. He begins to date a former housewife of Orange County who is promptly rehired to the show.
Okay.
And the episode ends with Shannon walking into a party, talking to Alexis. Alexis, she's like, can we just talk for a second? So you're thinking, oh, they're going to talk about John Jansen, this guy that they used to date, whatever. And Shannon goes into, well, since your ex-husband sued me for over $500,000, I need you to know that we will not be friends. And she's like, I know this is really about my boyfriend, John Jansen, and we're doing great, me and Johnny J, and you're never going to break us up. I'm so glad he left you, Shannon. And I'm just like, this is what Housewives is about.
Absolutely.
It should be this petty fucking drama that is like intense and overwrought. But like, as much fun as it is to watch Salt Lake City and like someone literally go to prison, Housewives shouldn't be that high stakes every season. That's not sustainable. So the fact that we are arguing about whether Shannon Beador should be drinking or not, which by the way, she shouldn't. She got this DUI very publicly and turned down rehab. She was like, no, I don't feel like I need it. And then one of her castmates sits her down and is like, so have you stopped drinking? Have you ever considered to just like stop drinking completely? She's like, I'm like a 2-drink maximum. It's like, Shannon? And it's like, okay, we're dealing with someone that's kind of dark. Like addiction can be kind of dark, but it's not as dark as calling Homeland Security. It's not as dark as like a lot of shit it's not as dark as revenge porn. Like it needs to have a level of like, we're fighting over a man.
Yes.
And like we used to be doing like live podcasts together and we don't anymore because I saw you sneaking alcohol backstage, whatever. Like this is the level of drama that Housewives has needed, and it's elevated to a point where it's very rare that this is the level of drama. So I just have to say thank you to whoever's involved in casting Orange County, because like there have been many misses on many shows, but Housewives of Orange County is perfectly cast at the current moment. And I can't believe I'm saying I can't wait to watch Housewives of Orange County every week, but it is like the only Housewives show that I care about at this current moment. Secondly, this movie that I was mentioning that I know you loved and I just watched and very much liked, even though it was a weird one. Problemista.
Yes!
On Max. And guys, it is wild.
Nuts.
Like it is nuts. It is surreal. It is emotional. Like the fact that it can be so hilarious when the stakes are literally so high for this guy. This is Julio Torres, I believe, is the director, writer, star of the movie, and it's a lot about how he is trying to maintain a work visa to stay in America and not to and because he just wants to be a toy designer and work for Hasbro and do this thing. And when I tell you the twists and turns that this movie takes you on, you will not see coming in the slightest. But fuck if I wasn't emotional at the very end of that film.
Yeah, the story. The thing is, like, the story does not get lost in the quirkiness of it. The style does not overshadow the story at all, which is what I appreciated about it so much. Tilda Swinton,
unbelievable,
so good.
And the thing is, she is so impossible. Like the whole thing about her character, and this is like the lady that Julio ends up working for much of the film, is like she's essentially a Karen. Like she is impossible to work with, always will like make a problem out of nothing, is always calling Apple support to ask where her texts are and where her pictures are. But weirdly, he learns a lot from her, and he gets, not to spoil, but like if it weren't for her, he wouldn't be able to stand up for himself in a way that was very necessary at a point.
Fun fact, my friend plays that toy company guy at the end.
Really?
Yeah, I did. My friend Miles, I did summer stock with him.
Miles, you did a very good job.
Miles is great.
He did a great job in the film. And yes, I would say it is surreal. It is quirky, but it is also emotional and affecting. And it's also fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
like the fact that
funny.
the conceit is that someone has, Tilda Swinton's husband has basically cryogenically frozen himself because he is very sick, and he believes that in the future when they wake them up, they will have a cure for his illness. And it just is quite the ride. They're trying to, he is an artist, a struggling artist who, they want to put on a show in his honor while he is frozen and to make a bunch of money so that she can, continue freezing him because Tilda Swinton's running out of money. And there's a lot of FileMaker Pro discussion.
Oh my God. Because she's such a quintessential like New York City crazy woman who like for some reason like has made it far enough to have like weirdly impressive connections by like successful people, but like she herself is a mess, and it's just such a real character that like you deal with so well, especially in like a place like New York City.
And not to bring it back to Housewives, but just as you were talking, I was like, oh my God. She's Sonia Morgan.
Oh my God,
I
love it.
She is Sonia and her dilapidated townhouse. Like, this is her as a character who is truly, at the end of the movie, just referred to as the monster. And by voiceover, it's excellent. I cannot recommend it enough. I very much enjoyed it. Even though along the way I was like, what's going, like, I was a little like, am I on board? Am I on board? But by the very end, I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Hula Torres is genius. And it's wonderful. I can't recommend it enough.
Yeah.
So Matt Steele.
Yes.
What's been giving you moments, darling?
So not to bring it back to politics. No, it's good. It's nice. It's going to be simple and brief.
Great.
Y'all know how much like infighting stresses me out.
Yes.
Stresses me out so much. And so the last like 2.5 weeks have been very stressful for me, especially when there was going to be one inevitable conclusion.
Yes.
And no, like everyone was arguing if that conclusion would happen. It's like, nope, that conclusion is happening. Like we need to stop arguing about it and get on board and go. And just seeing the end of last week, Joe Biden did an excellent press conference. And he gave an incredible speech at a Michigan rally and everything. And then seeing, the pundits and the media being like, those were objectively great. Like, yes, he can do it. He can absolutely do it. Okay, we are all on board. Like, it felt like very much like a release. And we were good to go. I mean, then the next day, horrible things happened, which just adds another separate stressful issue, which, that's, the next couple months we'll have lots of twists and turns. Oh, but I'm just, months. I am just glad that, he, Joe Biden was able to prove himself to be so wildly, incredibly competent and knowledgeable and right for the job. And so we can all be on board with that.
I hope nothing in this category happens between now and next week. I feel like it's been weeks
the goal.
In a row in which we've just had to discuss something in this realm.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
And I was very, very proud of myself because I watched the press conference at a boba place.
Yes.
And I was just like, that was fucking excellent. Like his, like, and on the news and like online, people were just like, that was a master class in talking about foreign policy to the American people. Like, it was so good. But there was that little flub where he accidentally said Vice President Trump or whatever.
Right.
And so people were clinging on to that desperately because there was nothing else to cling on to. And I was sitting next to a group of like 8 like teenagers, and one of them looked at their phone, and after the press conference was over, I was feeling incredible. And one of them like opened their phone and was just like, "Oh my God, guys!" Like, and of course, like the one headline that popped up for them was just like, "Oh, President Biden accidentally says Vice President Trump or whatever." She was like, "Oh my God, guys, look at what like happened. Like he said Vice President Trump," and and all of the teenagers started going like, "Oh my God, he's dying! Oh my God!" And they started like cracking up and like making light of it all. And I was just like, this is infuriating to listen to because they're all just going to harp on this headline for God knows how long. They're not going to think about the actual great press conference that happened. And so I was just like, do I be that person? Do I become that person? To butt into a conversation? and
What'd
like
you do?
where it's like literally a bunch of 19-year-olds
Right.
and this old ass man like sitting there like
Shake your cane at them.
exactly.
You kiddies.
You kids better fucking listen to me because I am old and I fucking been through it. And so as I'm packing up my, computer and everything, and they're like laughing around, they're just like, oh God, what are we gonna do? Oh God, man. I was just like, nope, I can't allow them to think this because what just happened is something to be very optimistic about. So I will give them some optimism. And I was just like, oh, are you guys? And so I turned to them and I just went, oh, are you guys talking about the press conference? It went really, really well, actually. You should all check it out. And
that's not bad.
And they were all just like, oh my God, really? And I was like, yeah, he's getting like glowing reviews from like the news sites and everything, and like the people online and everything. So like it was actually a really great press conference and like very informative. So yeah, you should check it out. So and I was like, yeah, he had that one little like flub or whatever, but like literally everyone has. I had about 12,000 flubs in this fucking podcast alone. And so it's just like, yeah, he had that one little thing, but like it was actually a really great podcast and press conference and very informative. You should check it out. And I said it very pleasantly.
That's good.
And they were just like, oh yeah, that's great. And then like went on their merry way. And I was just like, simple as that. I reached out to people being like, with the information that I had as the more informed person who actually watched the press conference. Hey. And I didn't go in with just like, you kids need to da-da-da-da-da. I went in just being like, oh, well, actually like da-da-da. It went really well. I went in with optimism.
That's beautiful.
With happiness and clarity.
I also love that you're here because as you all know, I will be watching none of this.
Yeah.
I will be watching. I literally
stresses him out too much.
Will see a headline and be like, nope, not engaging with that because I know who I'm voting for in November. I know what box I'm checking. And so it's like, great, I've done. And I'll talk about it on the podcast. That'll be my spreading of what we need to spread. But no, I can't.
Even if like I tell you like it's objectively great, you can check it out. Like that speech at the Michigan rally I was like crying through half of it. I was like, this is stunningly good. Like just amazing. Yeah. So
well, I'm glad that was good.
I know. So it was just like after 2 weeks of just nonstop discourse, that was so stressful because it was like, guys, do we not remember 2016 and everyone just desperate for discourse? So everyone was just screaming at each other. We can't have that. So
I remember.
I was very happy that like prior to yesterday, so many things were looking up. That was giving me moments this week.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah. And his speech today was excellent. Like he addressed from the Oval Office, stunning, like very like honest, straightforward, and exactly what America is about. The like call to unify, and I'm very happy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the people?
That we love you all.
We love you all so much. Thank you for being here and listening. And we'll be back next week with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Oh.
Moon River and Me.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to stop fucking talking about it.
Oh, okay.
It was stressing me the hell out too. Exactly. Yeah. 2016.
It's just. I can't truly. I will be talking about whether I beat Smithy every week. And I'll just be like, I'm going to vote for Biden. Good night.
Yeah, I'm voting for him. Good night.
Good night. Because it's just like, I can't engage. It's too much for me. Like, and it's like,
it's a lot.
We have so many months.
We do.
That's the worst part is like, we're not near the end. Yeah. We're having so many months.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's very, I mean, it's interesting to follow. It's interesting to see like how people tick and how people like react to certain things or overreact to certain things.
Yes.
And so,
I like mushrooms generally on a lot of things. I'm not an olives person. I don't want an olive on my pizza.
I like olives separately, like on their own, or like in a salad. And I like purple olives. I'm not like a big black olive person.
Yeah.
Mushrooms on pizza. No, I think mushrooms are fine. But when it comes to pizza, I'm just like, I don't need a topping, girl.
Oh, I know. You're right. Keep it simple.
If the pizza's good, the pizza's good.
Pizza's good. Can't argue with that. Oh, next week's going to be easy. I know it.
It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy, guys.
It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. There'll be, like, maybe Gaga will do something.
Because there's an easy solution.
Beyonce could do something.
My dilemma is actually about the whole... My dilemma is... What's the dilemma?
The dilemma, the one in the email you didn't send? Then it's fine not to send. Because
we talked about politics too much this episode.
Oh, no. I just realized I could have had a question for the podcast. Oops, that's okay. You can send it to us. There's always next week. Where else have you been overseas, Palmer? I also went to, the thing is, every time I've been overseas, technically, it has been as a part of a chorus. So when I was in elementary or early junior high school, I was in the Atlanta Boy Choir. And so we went to London, and that was very cool. We also went to, in my high school choir, we went to Austria and Germany, and that was cool for a year. And then this upcoming fall, I'm going to Spain, actually, for the first time. And so that'll be very exciting. The first time I'm ever in Europe without chaperones. So
when are you going to Spain?
I'm going to Spain from September 20th through October 3rd or something.
What the fuck are you doing in Spain?
It's a vacation.
Okay.
It's like, we went to Costa Rica last year. This year, the trip's in Spain.
So Olay, guys.
Yes, Olay. Not going to one of those, which they still fucking have. The bullfighting.
Ooh. Oh, sure.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not right.
It's awful. Not to talk about other horrible things. I know, but just sad.
Oh God.
Beyonce is not about to do anything LMAO. I wish she would. New Gaga soon. I've been dooming a lot lately, and I'm usually positive, like doom scrolling. Yeah, it's best not to. If it's bad for your mental health, just live, breathe.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you guys at the next presidential debate. You will always have my vote. Thank you so much. Take care of your mental health, y'all. Everything sucks, but don't let it burst your bubble. Yes.
I mean, social media is designed to keep you addicted to it. It's
just don't.
Vasil, did you see the rumors at La La Land? Yeah, I saw that. La La Land to me is the masterpiece of the 2010s. But I do have wonder how it will come across on stage, just because the movie is so specifically referencing movie musicals specifically from a certain era. So I don't know how that would play off on stage. But there have been usually those types of movie musicals, the adaptation to the stage is not as successful. Like Singin' in the Rain, when it was adapted for Broadway, was not overly successful. Neither was Meet Me in St. Louis, stuff like that. So cool. I hope it's good.
Right.
When it actually does happen.
I went there. It was so cute. What city are you going to? We're landing in Madrid, but the plan is to be there and do day trips for the first 3 or 4 days, and then we're going to be going to different towns in the southern part of Spain. But again, Jackson is professionally a producer. He used to work on a podcast / live show. He's very good at putting this kind of shit together. I, like Matt Steele, I'm good with the cleaning. I'm good with doing some dishes. I'm good with dealing with the trash. He's doing a lot of the itinerary. It's there's always one person who's good. And the thing is, I think in his ideal world, I would help with the itinerary, but it's just this isn't in me. If I were to plan the trip, we'd be lying around on rooftops. And I would love it, but he wants to be I want to go to museums, I want to see the sites. And I'm
he wants to be among the people, among the
I would like to go to, some dinners.
I'm when it comes to traveling, I always am happy with just not just lounging, but going out and just walking around with no itinerary.
I like that too.
Then finding a place I'll stop here for lunch.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
And I think we're going to we've gone on a couple of trips now. And so I think we're finding that balance every time. I think the first time we went to an all-inclusive in Mexico, he was we're not doing anything. I was I know. And then the Costa Rica was a little we have 2 walking tours today.
Yeah, you saw toucans or something, didn't you?
We saw, the thing is, it was great. We saw many animals. There were lots of walking tours. There was just a thick itinerary. All right. Sure. And so now we're finding the balance of there will be some days where we relax. Okay. And there will be some days where we do itinerary.
Have you seen Fly Me to the Moon? Surprisingly, it was good. Okay.
That's awesome. Chaperone made top 10 Billboard with Good Luck, Babe. I saw that.
Love
iconic.
Love that. I have no idea what Fly Me to the Moon is about.
Yes.
I'm assuming, is it Neil Armstrong? Which, I mean, I'll know my thoughts on First Man.
Oh, Fly Me to the Moon, the one with
it's Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. I think it's a fictionalized version about the moon landing.
Cute.
And
it's good.
Romance or whatever.
Yeah, I can check it out.
Love that for that.
I got some time.
Yeah.
I'm in 2 weeks from now. Did I tell you I'm going to Jersey end of July?
I don't know if
I'm going to 22nd to 30th. I'm going to be in Jersey. So
okay, so I'll have
you're going to have to find a cover.
Wow! I can't believe this. Well, you're going to have to figure out how to do the podcast while I'm gone in fucking September, October. All right.
Hope you don't mind some audio being shitty.
You can borrow my mics.
Chapel better be making a documentary because it would be so good.
That would be cool if someone was like already following her as her like meteoric rise started.
Sure.
Also, My Kink is Karma is number 5 on Bubbling Under. Her second best song is finally going to chart.
Okay, Bubbling Under.
Yes. William Nate, my boyfriend loves you guys. Oh, thank you.
William and boyfriend. It's like a PR agency getting hired to get goodwill of the American public for the moon landing.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like that.
That's cute.
Cute little spin, cute little angle. It's cool.
I love a hair flip with no hair, Palmer. I hate that. I don't even remember doing it. It just comes naturally.
My Kink is Karma is my favorite song on that album. It's great.
I love, the thing is, it's hard to beat Hot to Go into My Kink is Karma. It's just like, fuck.
It's a great, yeah.
God.
It's funny, my mom always says she hates musicals, but she loves Sound of Music, Chicago, La La Land, Annie, and so many musicals she grew up with, which made me love musicals. Which Annie?
Oh.
Like the stage version, the 1982 movie version? Which Annie?
It's about faking the moon landing, but not really. LOL. They hired Scarlett to give the moon landing great PR, and things go left. It felt like a classic screwball comedy.
Oh, I love fun. That's very fun.
Mariah's going to Brazil in September. That's exciting.
Maybe we should go to Brazil in September.
Hey, go right there with her. I'm desperate for a kaleidoscope to chart, though. We love Chapel.
We love.
Next time, I think we need to work a little harder on the balance. That's all I'm saying. I think our up tempo's exceptional. No notes. Mid tempo's excellent. Some of the ballads, just a little, not fully baked yet.
It's only kaleidoscope for me that I have notes.
You do have notes.
Annie with Burnett Peters. Oh, yes. Annie, 1982. Annie, Tim Curry, Carol Burnett, Bernadette Peters, Aileen Quinn.
I'm sorry, Matt Bell. We don't mean to hurt feelings. We're just good to be honest. The Discord folks know this about us, so they're not shocked. But
oh, yeah, no.
It's good to be honest. That's the thing is one day maybe I'll become a better actor and be able to be like, oh, yes, everything's great.
The thing is, like, we were getting comments in the Katy Perry video that someone commented just like, this is terrible. I wish you guys were honest about it. And it's like, we didn't say it was good.
Yeah, did you hear us?
Did you hear us, like...
Do you think hear us being like, oh my God, like, what a melody. Lyrically, she's taking us to new places.
We were literally criticizing it in the video.
Right.
My mom is literally the reason I love musicals.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, and you're the reason, or I'm the reason you love musicals.
I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I had been to Next to Normal like 12 times before I met you. So
that's one musical.
Yeah, and it's great.
And that you think Next to Normal
I love Next to Normal
encompasses the entire canon of musical theater.
Next to Normal, I was a standing. I stand fucking last 5 years, as you know.
Yeah.
Several musicals I was very into. Okay, it's not all about you. I liked those 6 songs from Wicked. I still like.
Yeah, only 6. There's got to be maybe a 7th that you're into.
I'll look again.
Oh, everyone's doing Justice for California now.
Oh.
The only song from the album I remember not really caring about is Femininomenon, but I think it's growing on me a little still, though it's a very specific listen. Oh, Femininomenon is classic.
Can we go back in time and swap Woman's World with Never Really Over? Oh, if Never Really Over.
Really Over came out now.
I would cry. I would cry.
Because when Never Really Over came out, people weren't really clamoring for like
new Katy, and that's
for that sound, for like a straightforward pop sound to come back. But now people are.
I would love that.
I grew up with Chicago, Sound of Music, Willy Wonka. Yeah, classics upon classics.
Hey, I love the I Still Believe remix by Mariah Carey that samples Pure Imagination. If that counts as loving Willy Wonka.
Sure.
Baby, I still believe, and it's more than my imagination.
Classic.
Classic,
guys. That's creativity. That's art. After the Woman's World reaction, I had to go back and rewatch Never Really Over's reaction.
That's a song.
It's so good.
That's a song. That's a video.
Yeah,
everything.
It's great.
Everything.
Man. Oh, what could have been?
I know.
With that song.
I know. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours. If we were on fucking Crowdcast, they would have cut us off by now.
Yeah.
Because they're strict about that 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Palmer, you're right about Wicked because I skip a few songs. I'm sorry to all the Wicked stans in the chat. If you like it, I love it. But there's some like fucking Wizard and I.
Everything's gonna have every show is gonna have a skip or 2,
yes,
or 3, or 4. It's okay.
It's okay. Yes, love the I Still Believe Your Imagination remix, and Mariah looked good in that video. Yes, she did. And she was there with I think actual lambs. It was great. It was a great time. Guys, we love you.
We love you.
Thank you for being here.
You're all doing great out there.
We're all doing great.
We're all doing our best.
That's really what's most important.
We're all doing our best, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, we'll see you soon. See you next week at this time. Or if you're a patron or want to join us for $5 on the Crowdcast, then we'll see you Thursday to watch Devos all together as a group.
Yeah. We'll post the links.
We will post the links. Matt Steele will promote it all week.
Yes, I will. Yes.
We love you.
We love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.